Yeah, please. We don't have auto tune. We don't have auto tune built in,
No,
man. No more singing. We're live. Welcome to Shine Talking Shots, y'all.
Bad Santa and Uncle Drunkle here to entertain you for a little bit, or see
Yeah.
how drunk we can get tonight.
Well, I ain't gonna be able to get too drunk now. I ain't got nothing to drink here. I got
I
some
thought
work
I
to do.
thought you I thought Mark gave you some liquor.
He gave me some root beer. I'm gonna leave it here for the Ann's
Uh,
daughter and her husband. They like it. They like root beer.
you motherfucker.
Wait for this thing to come up so I can share.
How's it going, Gordon? Chad Ramsey, what's going on, buddy? So I tried to get Judd Henderson on here tonight, but he was tied up. He was, I forget what episode, but he's Moonshiner Sasquatch. He said a little more heads up notice. I only gave him like a 2 hour notice. But I think next week I'm gonna start bringing on master distillers from like the very beginning, season one, and move up.
Are we?
Um, yeah, that's just what I'm thinking I want to do.
Are
Uh,
we?
okay, well, I do all the thinking, you do everything else.
Yeah, it's obvious who doesn't think it.
Well, I mean, I'm the one who's been bringing on all the guests.
No, you're not.
Oh,
No,
well, not
yeah.
all of them. Not all of them. You
We
brought
bring
Dan
on.
on.
We both bring on guests. Come on, man. Let's
Oh,
not make
I
this
know. Oh,
live.
God damn
No,
it.
no, no,
This
no,
goddamn. Well, like, been
no.
thinking about
It's
it.
our
Anyways,
show. We
anyways.
bring on people. We will bring on guests. Don't go there, man.
I can't do a thing with this cat. But anyways, yeah, that's what I'd like to start doing. If that's good with you, I mean,
Well, I mean, we've been talking about doing the
we've
reunion
talked about it.
thing,
Yeah, I was gonna say we talked about it. So I figure why not do
but
start next
I
week?
thought we were going to wait until after the season,
There
but
ain't
we don't know what the hell's going.
there
We don't know
there is
what's
no more
going on.
season. There's no more master distiller this season, as of
Mm,
right now.
Does it
There
right?
might be fall. In the fall, they might bring it back out. From
Yep.
ouch.
Right now they're doing that cop show or whatever.
Until then, I figure we can start bringing on first seasoners.
Yep.
And to not having nobody.
Well, we can do both as we can.
Must be nice to be out on a boat. And dang, 40 degrees up here today.
Who's on the boat?
Tony Sanford.
Awesome. What's going on, Tony?
I don't want to drink tonight. On my fridge.
Just give me a second while I share the links everywhere. This is where Roger's supposed to be entertaining you, talking about.
I'm trying to figure out what I want to drink. I'm trying to figure out why my fridge ain't working. My bar fridge just took a shit, I think.
No way.
Oh, let's see. Tropical whitefish. Yeah, I heard that too, but it's supposed to be later in the like fall time.
Yeah, there's quite a few that we know that they haven't called yet to let them know that when their show's coming up. We know who's upcoming, so we know who's filmed, except for maybe one episode.
Not running it. Oh, I got you. But it'd be nice to be up. Is it warm down there where you're at, or where you at, Tony?
Tony's in the Carolinas.
Oh, yeah, he's about the same temperature as we are. Roger playing with his puss again.
Yeah,
Fucking cat's crazy as hell,
he
man.
spends a lot of time doing that.
I'm not a cat person. This cat thinks I am.
Look at him.
Hell, I gotta wear long pants around him because he wants to crawl up my bare leg.
He's a cat man.
How's it going, Brian? Eric, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, it's been this week's been crazy. I don't think we've got over near 60 and got up this morning. It was 32 degrees out. No,
He's about
5
70.
this morning. Yeah.
70 down here.
Yeah. Bring that fucking weather back with you.
Yeah, I'm going to. Storm's following me home. It'll be a week in the south.
Huh?
It's going to be stormy this weekend in the south and the east.
Here, play with that. Yeah, it's going on my hand.
More bad storms.
You keep cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, they're expecting a lot more bad storms this week. Tornadoes, so who knows?
They're flying out wind tomorrow.
They're predicting these bad storms with, a week or two in advance. Used to, they couldn't tell you what it's going to do tomorrow. Now, man, we're like 2 weeks from now, we're going to have some really bad weather. It's like, damn.
Tony, you got a question. It's 40 gallons of mash ready. What's the best way to keep it good so I can run it? Keep it covered and in a dark space. Keep an airlock on it if you can, or at least some type of ventilation. If you haven't taken it out or cleared it from your yeast, or just dark and cool, dry place and covered. It should stay. It could last you 6-7 months sometimes. I've got some that's been waiting to be run for 2 weeks now.
Well, if you keep it under an airlock and I've had brandies I've kept for a year almost, and I made wine out of them and then ran them. So yeah, they'll keep.
Yeah, I've got mash ready right now. It's been waiting 2 weeks. I'm gonna probably run it around the first of the month or so, I figure. All right. First time we firing that steel up in how long?
Shit, man, I don't even. Do you even distill anymore?
I've been on vacation, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it gets cold out in my still house, man. Even with that burner going.
Oh no, man.
It helped when we were in that zero degree weather. I didn't. My drain hose would have plugged up on my worm or froze on my worm, and I don't need those headaches. Yeah, what the hell is on your ear? You're an asshole. All right, back to.
Oh, it's telling me you're the cat.
I thought back to aluminum pot. Yes to mash, not to use a still. You can cook in it, but I wouldn't leave your mash in it. No, definitely not an aluminum.
Yeah, it gets acidic, and that acid can leach out some of the aluminum ions and stuff, and it tastes nasty.
It's okay to cook in it, though. I mean, to cook.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I definitely would not recommend leaving your mash in it or as a still.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, Tony, that'll work perfect. Come on, cat. Get off the computer. Jerk. Come on.
Oh, I about done
Be
sending linky links. I haven't seen.
No problem, Eric. Yeah, you can make you put it for banter. I see. Try to catch up on some of these questions. I think that's all of them.
I'm sorry, I can't see comments right now. Yeah, I'm trying to share these links, and I'll be done in just a second.
Oh, Gordon answered that too. So thanks for the answer, Gordon.
Yeah, it's people answering for us last night. While I was talking to Dan, we weren't. We were basically talking about just the farm to bottle. You know, we weren't going to do a major Q&A. I was just trying to get the word
I
out
have
about the farm to
no
bottle.
idea why I did. I have no idea why I didn't get that.
I posted the link for the show on Monday, and then yesterday I don't know, 3 or 4 times I sent you messages and sent you the link, and damn Rogers.
Well, my phone was in the house most of the day because I was out there with them workers building my ramp.
I figured you was out on your 4-wheeler somewhere.
Nah, I didn't take that out anywhere. Oh shit! I got no clean mason.
That's better. I got it saved right on me. What's going on, everybody? Sorry about all that. What's up, Gordon?
What's
Chad?
up, Wes? How's it going, buddy? How's your
What's up, Tony?
How's your aging barrels selling there, Wes? You still making them?
What's up, Wes? What's going on, brother?
Penny Parker, how you doing?
Parakeets. We were just talking about you last night.
So it's Private Bottle will be the same old venue.
I saw Mark's parakeet. It's showing.
So Mark's what? Is that
Probably,
what he calls us?
It's probably going to parakeets. It's probably going to be
Is that what he calls it?
who?
Mark, his parakeet.
No, Wesley calls him that. He's got a parrot that mounts to the actual jar, so you don't have to have a stand and then set the jar in front of you. You can just set the parakeet down the jar, and it uses one of those smaller hydrometers.
That's a good thing, though, ain't it, Wes?
He's feeling that more, and he says, "Hell yeah, that's a good thing." Eric, I think that it's probably going to be $5. He mentioned something about maybe bringing in some wrestling. I'm guessing maybe some WWE type wrestling, a little higher, other than just like female mud wrestling or midget wrestling. You know, so if he brings in something like that,
Midget wrestling I could watch, but like those ones that are the traveling midget ones.
Yeah,
what the hell they call them? The micro wrestlers.
Micro wrestlers.
Yeah, I can handle watching them. But
yeah, it'd be all right. But I'm
get a hold of Shonda. I think promotes.
Yeah, that's what I told him. Yeah, I think she's been in touch.
That'd be pretty cool to see some mud wrestlers, but I can't watch grown men just grab each other. I don't know. Never could get into it. It's a big thing down here. I noticed though.
What, the female mud wrestling?
No, wrestling. Period.
Oh yeah, wrestling is. I used to get into it when I was a kid, when it's pretty funny and good and entertaining and back in the old days. But yeah, these days I don't get into.
Yeah,
we gotta have midget tossing, man. There
my
might
old
be
neighbor.
A little boxing going on, a little Rigsby
yeah,
Brown
Rigsby and Brown's supposed to box.
going at it. Yeah.
And anybody that wants to hook up, get in a wheelchair and hook up to me, I'm there. I seriously want to do that. Yeah, I got this 36-inch reach, and it's pretty wicked.
What's going on, John? So that's everybody got mashed in. Starting to warm up a little bit in some places. Down here, it's nice. I don't know about up there.
Some blueberry tiger shine. Yes,
So you got
sir.
that going?
It's mashed in. I just been waiting to run it. It's still on. It's still in the fermenter in the house on the heater.
What's going on, G. Liz? What's up, brother?
What's up, G? How's it going, April?
Hey, April.
You had a weak sack.
Yeah. He's got a
it,
drain.
it does drop in the toilet here and there. You know, sucks when you got to take your shit and then wash your nuts off.
You've been draining your sack?
Hell
You
no.
have to have somebody do that for you at the doctor's office?
I have no problem there. I got my old lady's only 45, man. She's
I'm
in the
talking
prime.
about your elbow sack.
Oh,
Where's
yeah.
Where's your
I've seen
mind,
my
man?
nut
Get
sack.
your mind out of the gutter. I'm
I don't
talking
know.
about.
Yeah. Actually, it does need drained, man. Look at this. It's getting pretty wicked looking. Now, you can see it. How bad it sticks out.
Yeah. Still
Compared
sore?
to this one. It ain't too bad. I mean, I can move it. My tailbone still freaking hurts. Okay.
Stainless steel's fine, Jack.
It's whatever preference you have. Everybody's got their own preference. I started off on a stainless.
Most of them work just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're running like a brandy and you got something that's got a lot of sulfides in it or whatever, and you got a lot of sulfides in there, copper will help benefit that. So, having the copper steel will help you remove those sulfides. But if you've got a stainless pot, you can add some copper mesh to the vapor path, and it'll help scrub those sulfides just the same. So just make sure that you get some copper in the path. And a lot of people use like a stainless boiler and then copper, for the rest of the way, or just add a copper worm to it to help. So, anytime you can add a little bit of copper in the vapor path or anything, it's definitely going to help you get some of those sulfides out of there. But, stainless is a lot cheaper, so it's a lot easier to get into the hobby that way, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with them, brother. What's going on?
I started off with a 13-gallon stainless valve where I added a copper thumper, then a copper worm, and then I just upgraded to a full copper. Yeah. There's a difference. I really couldn't tell the difference between them, really. My liquor was the same out of both of them. The copper one is a little smoother.
Copper helps distribute your heat better, too.
Yeah.
What's going on, Kenny?
I'll tell you what, when I get my floor done, I'll put a wheelchair locking pad. Come on, come join us and let's hit the backwater of the river. Hell yeah. I'm down for that. What part of North Carolina are you in?
What's going on, Marcel? Yeah, that copper worm helps a lot. Do you have a thumper, Jack? Or an infuser, jar rigs, or anything like that? Or just go straight from pot to worm? Yeah, have a little copper to take out. If you smell you can usually smell the sulfides in your wines or your beer, your mash, whatever. You can smell it. If it smells real sulfury or like rotten eggs or something like that, you're gonna, it'd be good to put a little copper in your path somehow. What's going on, Mikey?
How's it going, Mike? Howdy.
What's up, brother? You do have thumper, so
Atlantic Beach. Oh yeah, it sounds like it'd be a hell of a time.
Yeah.
Catch me some fish. Catch me some
Sweet,
bugs.
sweet. You running in your thumper jack? You just use it for as a doubler, or you put you some tails in there or backings in there? What do you do? What's going on, Randy? What's up,
Hi,
brother?
girl, man. How's it going, buddy?
What's going on, Marky Mark? I know I missed the coffee run. Had a bunch ready to go, man. I sure did.
You finished that pint off I gave you with the coffee? You
Me?
still got some of that? Yeah.
Hell yeah. That didn't last a day.
Huh?
That didn't last a day. I might have had that gone before I got home.
No, you were drinking on the show one night.
Brother, then it's
Yeah.
definitely gone.
Oh, by the way, shot y'all.
Yeah. I don't have a bell. Or
I use tap water for my mash. It comes out just fine, and I've used a spring water, and there really ain't much difference.
depends on,
Check
you know,
your check your pH of your water basically, and go from there.
I mean, if you live in Trent, Michigan, you know, you might want to think twice about tap water.
Yeah, Flint,
Flint, Michigan.
yeah, Flint. I wouldn't use their
Yeah,
water.
you might want to think about that. It really depends. It's tap water is different all over the country. You know, in certain areas, I know down here in Florida, it's generally not very good. You know, you got some sodium in it down here, and it depends. A lot of people, you know, in
All right,
areas
man, sounds good.
use. That's cool. In some areas, you'll have tap water with a lot of chlorine, and some areas use what's called chloramine. Now, if you just have chlorine in your water, you can generally degas that and get a lot of that out, or just let it sit around for a day, and that'll it'll gas out. Chloramine will stick around. So, I mean, if you got one of those little Brita filters or something like that, it'll generally take a lot of that out and give you a pretty good, starting water. Of course, having some good old, stream water from a spring with limestones, of course, ideal, but not everybody's got that. So, but for the most part, tap water's fine. It's not as good. Water means a lot, but at 6.0, really, well water, you just want to make sure you don't have a salt system. If you do, you want to kind of get rid of some of those salts that cure it. But you got to really watch iron. That's you don't want a lot of iron in your water.
I'd be careful with this stuff.
Yeah, pH of around 6 is good. Once you get done with your mash, you put everything in, and you got everything in, and right before you pitch your yeast, while you're doing your conversion, if you can get it, down to around 5.3, it helps with your actual conversion of your grains too. A lot of people don't realize that. They think you just adjust it when you're done with everything. But if you can get it to 5.3 before you start doing conversions, that helps with your conversions as well. Maple rich steaks. I'm going to try to run some maple, cinnamon, and apple. Excuse me, yes, sir. That sounds good. Yeah, well,
You pull some good flavors out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
You like that wheelchair ramp the most is my damn dog.
Does it? They're playing on it a lot.
Oh yeah, Tucker, he would run it up and down and he'd go down, then jump back on the porch, run all the way back around. I recently started using some tap water, had no issues or off flavors, toasted, no different between the well. I use an RV filter attached. So yeah, if you filter it out, you can filter out a lot of the shit that comes in it. My fridge, my old refrigerator didn't have the filter in it, and when I'd get water, the tap water, out of my fridge, you could really taste an off taste. And then when I put like in my new fridge, I had the filter on, and boy, the water was like really good then. So
Yep.
yeah, I got like a Brita filter hook up to mine when I fill. You know, it's supposed to hook to your sink valve, and I just run it to the hose.
Yeah, those RV filters are the same as a Brita, or
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of those filters are that run through the canister, that little attachment, those work real well. Take out any heavy metals, your bad stuff, and chlorine. But I don't think they take out all the chloramine. That chloramine is a little more difficult to take out. I know people that used to boil water to try to get their chlorine off, and it'll gas out pretty quickly that way too.
That kitty
Or
bugging
you
you.
can just degas it, with the same mud mixer you use to mix your mash up and stuff. Just
Yeah, you get
degas your
good.
water, and it'll help get that. If it's chlorine that you treat, I know where we are. Generally, the water's really good, but like after really heavy rains, if the rivers get really up and muddy and stuff, and we get a lot of runoff, you'll start smelling a little more chlorine in the water. They have to beef it up because I guess a lot of the septics and sewers kind of get a little washed into the rivers, so they treat it a little more heavily when that happens. But down here in Florida, no, they got a lot of sodium in the water down here, and it's got a little different taste. So most people down here have something to treat it and filters built in. And RO water's okay, but if you use it, you got to kind of add some minerals back into it because it strips just about everything out of it and everything good out of it. So just taking out the bad stuff, you're taking out a lot of the stuff that you really need. So if you use RO, it's good to have some something to boost your calcium and some of your other minerals. What's going on, James? Welcome from Canada. I swear to God, we're not trying to evade you. I know that's
Oh,
going on
I
a
know
lot.
Trump might be.
No, I think what Trump said was he heard that there's a lot of some of the provinces thinking about seceding from Canada and joining
Oh,
the
really?
states, and he's like, "Yeah, if they want to join, we'd be more than happy to have them." And all of a sudden, that new prime minister, I can't remember Mark. What's his name? Mark. What's it? Starts with the
I
C. I
have no
can't remember what
idea.
his last name is. He was head of the Bank of Canada years ago. Now, not too long ago, he's the head of the Bank of Britain. He's one of them. He's one of them globalists.
Hey, Lisa
Lefty.
Day, how you doing?
Hello, Lisa. What's up?
So I thought I do a 52 man. I think they taste great together.
That's up to you, brother.
50-50. Yeah, it's your whatever flavor you're
Yeah.
looking for.
There's no right or wrong answer to that one, man. It's however you want it to taste. You can start with 50-50 and see what you got. Next time do 75 Ohio Blue,
25
25 Jimmy Red,
or vice versa.
right, and just kind of try different things. But there's no right or wrong to that. Do you like it a little sweeter, or do you like it a little earthier and grunge? Yeah, I don't know. I give up on it too, man. I try not to.
I didn't like talking politics.
Yep. I just wouldn't be funny. We're not trying to buy you. Everybody's like thinking we're buying Canada. Crazy talk. But yeah, that high blue, some good stuff, man. It's good and sweet. Makes good liquor. Jimmy Red's pretty good stuff too. It's not as earthy or oily as the Bloody Butcher, so definitely the better of the two. But a lot of people will do the Ohio Blue, the Jimmy Red, and the White Hickey King, and make a red, white, and blue, and that
Speaking of Jimmy Red,
makes a good combo. The red, white, and blue. It'd be your 4th of July, man.
shots. Oh, you can't have any. I'll take
What?
one for you. Shots.
Oh, I don't know. I can drink me a little bit of that root
Oh,
beer.
those Bloody Butcher.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get me a little bit of that root beer. Hold on, I'll be right back.
This Bloody Butcher Justin Meredith made is really freaking good. 90 proof and it drinks like a 60. There you are, Justin. I'm speaking of you. Just did a shot of your Bloody Butcher, buddy. I tell you what, delicious. Oh, and also a shot of your taco. 150 pounds of Jimmy Red in my storage barrels. That's I haven't mastered Jimmy Red yet. I'm looking forward to doing it this summer. A wheat pumpkin. That's different. I did a barley sweet potato, smoked sweet potato. Come out really good. So Justin, did you ever perfect that one run you were working on that we were talking about?
What's going on, Justin? Root beer. I mean,
Rule of thumb. I take rule of thumb. The way I do my heads is, are you talking about your 4 shots? I take a quart or an ounce per gallon, which is rule of thumb. This way, I do a little more than an ounce sometimes, but I know I got everything out then. I got you, buddy. Keep me posted. What about that other one you said you're going to try? The breakfast one. That one sounded pretty complex. A mad scientist has been working.
what's going on, John? How much heads? For beginners, it's good to kind of go by volume, but you really want to try to learn to smell it and feel it and kind of go by that. Different mashes will have different amounts of heads coming off. Brandies tend to have a lot more. If you use pectic enzymes, you're going to get more heads. So it's all varies. Like sugar shine, you're going to have hardly any. So it's just all according to what you got mashed in.
It's why I stay with an ounce per gallon.
Yeah, it's
Ounce or a little more per gallon.
so you got a
That
nine
pretty much
gallon
covers
pot.
you.
So how much you running in the 9 gallon pot? Probably 7.
I pull 7 ounces myself. I mean, that's how I do mine.
That's a good place to start. Give you an idea of when you need to start putting it in smaller jars so you can make a closer cut.
Go get the cat. Go get him.
What hadn't you perfected? I missed it. I had to go.
Oh, there's Justin and I were talking about a couple of his new ideas, and he told me he tried the one and just didn't work out yet.
The breakfast
He's
one.
got another one.
Oh.
But it's another dinner one, but it sounds interesting. If you can make that, I mean, that's something there. That's just definitely some.
A weeded pumpkin. Interesting. Puree, but yeah.
I'm telling him I did it. Go ahead.
You talking about in your thumper, James, or mash?
Using it either. Hey, Sandra, you missed his coffee run.
Yeah, no. That sucks, but I got me some root beer.
Where you at, Hydro Man?
Yeah.
Are you down? Are you out of the country now, or are you leaving for out of the country soon? You're going on a hell of a vacation.
Is he?
Well, yeah, I'd like to be going where you're going.
He's going down there to visit Patrick?
Yes, sir.
No, he ain't run his Tiger Shine yet. He's going to let it turn into wine and
No,
then
I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run it after the first. I had people over building my ramp this week, and
root beer's good, man.
just all kinds of doctor's appointments. I really don't get the time to sit there and for 6-7 hours. And then when
Brother,
I'm
we'll
not,
be praying for you.
well, oh well, keep us posted. Hopefully everything goes well for you, brother.
Yep, we'll keep you in our prayers, brother. Oh yeah, I'm sharing. I'm sharing.
Well, I won't share nothing of my letting all bullshit. She takes it from me. I gotta share it. She's already
It
taken
was
that
hidden
mess.
though. I went in there and looked for it, and they had it like hidden very well. Of course, they got
Terry,
two. They got two teenage boys living here, so yeah.
Terry's already confiscated that strawberry shortcake that Justin sent.
What's going on,
So that's
Morgan?
mine. Morgan, how's it going, buddy? I'm not gonna. I've seen a bunch of root beer recipes, but everybody's doing them, and I don't want to jump on that bandwagon. I think I'm looking for something different that nobody's done yet, or that hasn't done in a long time.
Good luck with that.
In a long time, I'm saying.
Yeah, good luck with that, man. Everybody's
I'll
doing
find it.
everything
I'll find
unique.
it.
All right, do some oyster moonshine.
No,
Let me know how that
I don't
comes.
like. I don't like oysters to begin
How about
with.
some okra? Yeah, do some okra
No,
shine.
I ain't doing okra either. I don't eat okra, so I couldn't even. It's like a tea moonshine. I don't like tea, so I couldn't even. I tried to make some for my brother, and everybody said it was good, but I couldn't taste it.
What is it?
What?
What?
Oh, a tea. My
Tea?
brother
Oh,
wanted. Yeah, my brother wanted a sweet tea, so I did one, and he said it was freaking awesome. Myself, I didn't like it. I mean, I just don't like any type of tea. Hot tea, cold tea, sweet tea, non-sweet.
cool. I like the post. It's good. I like both of them real well. I like the post. It's got a real good strong flavor, but the clear's great. It's you know it's wild that you're tasting root beer and you're not used to it, coming from a clear right off a tap. But
Yeah, Hydro Man, I'll check it out here in a little bit. Pig's feet. No,
there you go.
no. I'd do pickled bologna before I would pig's feet.
You can do some mountain oyster shine. How about that?
I'm seriously. I think I'm actually going to sacrifice 5 pounds of my summer sausage, my venison summer sausage, and
Oh my
try a little
goodness!
some.
I would never waste my summer sausage on that.
I still got 30 pounds of venison burger. I
Well,
can make plenty more.
that's why there's freezers and stuff, man.
That's what I'm saying.
What I do is I'd find somebody that had some, and I'd say, we ought to try that. We'll see whose is the best, and let them make it, and say, oh, I didn't get a chance to do that yet. Let me taste yours. If it's good, then you know to make it. If not, you'll save it. Save it.
I
In the
got
freezer.
I got a big. I got. I promised Damon I'd give him some summer sausage. I got him a big, like they're called chubs after they're done, but a big chub saved for him. And
Oh, so you can give Damon your chubby,
no, I've
your
got a chub of
chubby
summer
sausage.
sausage. I've
His
got a chub
chubby
of summer
sausage.
sausage. Don't twist my words now, Santa.
That's what we heard. Gonna give
No, you
Damon his
didn't.
chubby.
No, you didn't. I said I got a chub of
You
summer
got chubby
sausage.
for Damon.
I never said Damon's name. I said I told Damon I would have him. I got a chub of summer sausage for him.
You
Nothing
just
else
said
about a chubby.
chubby for Damon. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Justin. I guess I could try summer store
Yeah, I
bought.
definitely do some story bought first. Because that's a lot of work and expense, doing a deer summer sausage like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't know. I just know how it would carry over. I think if I did it in my jars, it'd come out pretty good. I don't know. There's a couple other things I've been thinking about trying this spring, summer. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
Santa likes
heard.
talking about chubbies. See,
Well, I mean, I hear you say you're gonna give Damon your chubby,
a
your
chub of
sausage.
summer sausage. I didn't
You're
say
gonna
nothing
give
about a
him a
chubby. You're the one
chubby.
talking about chubbies.
I never
You
said
said
the word.
chubby.
You said
You
it
said
first.
chubby. I said
I never even knew
chub.
that's what they called that.
Chub. Yeah, that's what they're called. A chub of summer sausage.
Chub. See, you're gonna give him your chub. Okay,
Of summer sausage. Yeah.
give him your chub of
Now,
sausage.
whether you can get as much as I can, Scott. Um, I didn't really. I was fortunate this year. I got two nice big deer. So I mean, I just made up 4 pounds of venison burgers for the workers building my wheelchair ramp. They earned every bit of that, boy. I tell you what, it was like a $60 dinner or lunch between the salads, and the everything to go on the burgers and the chips and the venison, of course. They were pleased, and
Yeah, that's what I heard. He's gonna give him his
y'all like
chubby
talking
summer
about
sausage.
chubbies. I don't know what you're talking about, a chubby. I said a chub. Y'all are talking chubbies.
Chub. All right.
Every once did I say the word chubby.
For Damon.
I said, I promised Damon a chub of summer sausage.
Yeah, we heard. We'll have to get Damon on there and get his reaction to
Whatever.
how it goes.
You're the ones calling it chubbies. I call it a chub. What it is, a chub.
Chubby. Yeah. Tomato.
Exactly. That's what I spent a lot of money on today, was tomatoes and onions and lettuce, and they were thrilled. I mean, a lot of them have there was a lot of high school students there working that volunteered to do it, and they'd never had venison.
Well, that's cool. They got good to taste it. Yeah, James. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. I make all my own venison sausage. I make all my own jerky. This year I didn't, unfortunately. Unfortunately, this year I couldn't because of my shoulder.
Well, I thought you had the meat cut.
But I did make 7 pounds of my own summer sausage.
I've never made my own. I've always let the meat processor do that, man. They add that pork fat to it, and oh god, it's
I get pork fat all the time. I go to the butcher and whatever pork fat they got, they vacuum seal it and give it to me. I think 3 pounds in my freezer right now still.
I think so, Morgan. Chubba, he gonna give you his Chubba sausage.
Y'all can talk about it all you want. I know what I said.
Yeah, they had a pastor there. He doesn't have any shine. He don't make shine. He hadn't.
Who?
You. When's the last time you ran?
I did. The school teacher actually. There was actually a high school principal there working on my deck, and he was talking to me. I had one of my moonshine shirts on. He asked me if he said, I make moonshine myself. I said, oh yeah, I got an air still. I said, oh, that ain't making moonshine, but yeah, we can talk. And I brought him in and showed him my still. His mouth just hit the floor like wow. And I gave him some of mine that I had. Some of my corn liquor.
I'm sure he said he pounded his sausage 4 times or something.
I don't know what I don't know what you all talking about. Y'all big on that sausage on that shit, huh? Y'all talk about an awful lot. Do you guys get enough with the women?
I'm not the one brought it up, brother.
I said chub.
How do you spell that?
Chub. CHUB.
Chubba. Chico sticks and 4 quarts. What's a Chico stick?
It's a candy. I forgot. I can't remember what they taste like.
And jelly beans. Well, I know that glycerin from the jelly beans will help. It'll
Smooth it
smooth it
out.
out. Yeah, it'll smooth it out for sure. But yeah, they
Hey,
talk.
if I did say chubby, y'all, you guys are talking awful lot about my chubby. You jealous? There's jealousy up there behind you
Yeah,
guys.
we're jealous.
I can see it. There's
That's all
jealousy.
right. You can share it
Must
with Damon.
talking about my chubby y'all are talking about. I
But
thought
yeah,
giving Damon a
my meat
chub.
processor used to he would plug some of my steaks with beef fat, and some of my roast with beef fat, and made that sausage with some pork fat. Man, it's good, really good.
I would never fuck with one of my steaks. Never.
But it was actually the roast. He plugged
Huh?
the roast. The roast he plugged with
The roast
beef
I
fat.
would inject it. And my
Yeah,
roast
that's what he does. It
I inject it
injected with
with
the
beef broth.
beef fat. Yeah.
I inject mine with beef broth, but
Yeah. Tell me about those sticks, Chico sticks.
the fuck's Mark talking about sticks?
The Chico sticks. What are those?
I don't know what they are. They're a candy I seen. Fuck, I don't even eat sweets. I'm a fucking diabetic. I can't. Yeah,
Doritos
3
and 8 point.
That's what I got. I got a real good size 8 point. He dressed out probably 170 ish. But
I thought it was like 110.
my dough, no, I haven't shot a 110-pound deer in years. And my dough, she was just as big.
Oh,
But I can only get one doe and one buck over here. But this season I'm going to Ohio to hunt it for a season and going over to Western Kentucky to hunt over
I
my.
wonder what the penalty for poaching is up here.
I don't poach. I might have
Poach.
shot a deer with the wrong weapon during the wrong season, or right season, or wrong whatever.
That's the only way he get another deer. He shot a doe during buck season. Man, them does was right
No,
there.
no, no. Well,
You can't
that's
shoot
because I didn't
me,
read.
Roger. Man, let him have
Well, fuck, I was hungry.
it. Later, Mark. You got to work tomorrow.
Hog hunting. We ain't
Damn,
got
it
no
is
hogs up here where
Wednesday.
I'm at, but
Yeah,
I
tomorrow's
definitely.
Thursday. Damn.
I'm looking for a place to do some good hog hunting.
Yeah, I definitely want to do some hog hunting too.
I hunt the challenging way. I mean, well, I can't do it anymore with a compound bow, but crossbow. It's just as challenging. You ain't got the yardage that you do with a rifle, so you got to get up close and personal with them hogs.
Yeah, I want to try that. I'm not had any of those Chico sticks.
What part of Texas are you in? I
Shit,
have
you been
family in
Texas,
Dallas
you
and I
got
got family
lots of
in
hogs in
Galveston.
here.
Yeah,
All right, brother,
West,
take it easy, man.
Western Texas doesn't know that.
Thanks again
35
for the
does and
rip,
two
dear brother.
bucks.
Ding ding.
I'm going to Maryland to hunt this year. As a matter of fact, the school that was just down here that did my ramp was from Maryland. The school or the church.
I wonder how much.
35 does, my lord.
I know how much out of state tax.
They had no shit. I'm going to have to check into that. Then we
Yeah,
get a hold of
yeah.
that principal and say, hey, I'm coming to stay for a weekend.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
take you
That's what I
both
want.
hog hunting and pick your backup management area and stamp in Florida license. Oh, hydro man, yeah.
Yeah, next time I'm down here, Andy, I'll have to hook up with you, brother. I just didn't have
Hydro man, I
time.
told you I'll come
I'm
down
a
and
little
hunt
too far.
anytime
I'm
you.
too far.
Hydro man, I told you I'll come down and hunt anytime you call me.
Yeah,
The old lady would love to get down there and hang out.
Texas got a lot of hogs. Is there a lot of hogs down here, Randy?
Athens, Texas is where I go. Athens.
Are you out,
Pure
Kenny?
whitetails.
Good night, brother. Have a good one.
Have a good night, Kenny. I, I live for deer. Oh, I do too. Scott, I'm disabled. I only got one leg, so I actually hunt right next to my house on a hill, and I can slay a bunch of deer. Legally I can only take two, but if I was, you know, a, 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 a,
Poacher.
a poacher. There you go. I was gonna say an outlaw. I'm an outlaw no matter what. But if I was a poacher, I could slay them all night long. Yeah, I do. That's what I hunt was crossbow. Um, it's like I said, it's still challenging. It's not as challenging as a crossbow or a compound, but you ain't got the yardage, so you got to get up close and personal, and your set cover is being able to get that close without them smelling you or seeing you. I shoot about my furthest I've shot so far is 35 yards, which don't seem like a lot, but I'm also shooting. My bolt travels at 450 a second.
Interesting. I
Oh,
wonder. I
oh.
wonder how much it costs to go there and get a driver's license and say you moved there and get an in-state tag the same day.
Why?
Yeah,
How much is out of state tag?
he said they're crazy expensive. So I guess a driver's license probably around $50, and
Oh yeah,
get somebody's address and use that, and just get you an
yes sir.
in-state
Hogs,
license
coyote,
and you
deer,
go.
grits, and gators. I want to go gator hunting with a crossbow hider, man. We've already talked about that.
Yeah,
Oil
definitely
soaked
want to do some
blankets and nail to a tree.
gator and
Wake up
hog would be
ahead of
good.
time and set you up for a stick. And pull up a chair next to I am on, and my oxygen best is 50 yards. That's a pretty good shot. Um, I just ain't got the yardage from where my blind is to where the deer come in at. It's 40 yards to the furthest point to the woods, but where they come into my clearing, it's about 35. That the doe I shot, which was a hard shot, she was a 35-yard shot. But anyway, back to moonshine. Talk about this hunting's gonna make me want to sit out there tonight and poach one. I mean, my girl is never too far from me.
Oh, don't put that on here, man. They're liable to ban us.
Like I said, my girl's never too far from me.
Yeah, don't
I
put
love
that on
that
the
thing more than I
screen.
love my old lady.
They'll they'll remove us off Facebook and YouTube and
Ohio,
everything else.
I heard Ohio's I think it was like $55 for an out-of-state tag. Fresh backstrap, hell yeah. The old lady keeps wanting to cook my backstrap. I said, no, put that back. That's for a special occasion.
I got me one of them vacuum sealers.
Yeah, I
Or
got one
actually, I got
too.
Ann one for Christmas. Got her a dehydrator too.
What is the season down there for gator, Hydro Man? I'd definitely like to come down, Randy. Watch it be during all the festival seasons, Cat, come on.
Yeah, them gators. I heard they got some crocs down here as well. Oh,
Are you talking about what everybody's wearing on their feet?
yeah, they got those too. But there's some American crocs down here. I didn't know that until I saw a video of a gator and a croc fighting.
Oh, really? I never heard of Crocs down there.
Yeah, what near
Golly.
where they'd eat it. Man, it's badass. They can get croc too. Miami. That's where my brother lives.
I've only been to Florida the one time, and that's when I went down to pick the old lady's sister up out of jail. down there by Lakeland, whatever county that was, Cook County or some, or whatever county was started with a C.
Oh, so gator hunting is in November.
Oh hell, that's my birthday time, so
Oh, that's
it'd be
deer
perfect
hunting
time to
time
go.
too. That's deer hunting time though.
Yeah, but I'd tell you what, I'd get my deer early in the season, then I'd go down. I'd go out velvet hunting.
Yeah, it took you 3 months to get a deer shoot.
No, I was waiting for one particular deer, and the son of a bitch never come in. Then
Oh,
I found out the neighbor up at the head of the holler shot him.
really?
It's nice 10 point. I fed him for 3 years. Watch him come in and watch him grow.
Fattened him
Neighbor
up
up at the
with
head
some
of the holler
bells.
got him. How's it going, Frank?
What's going on, Frankie? What's up, brother? So, yeah, we're gonna have to do us a hunting podcast this fall.
There, I ain't got time for that. I'm
No,
hunting 7 days a week from sun up to sundown. They'd have to be there in the early afternoon or mid afternoon.
yeah, he has to hunt those hours to get one. I'll go out and kill
No,
one the
I
first
don't.
day.
I watch him. I watch him walk in. I watch him walk out.
I kill one every
I'm a
day I
picky
go.
hunter. I'm a
I,
picky hunter.
I can't
Till the
think
end
the
of the season,
last.
then
I can't think the last day I hunted. I didn't get one that day. It pisses my buddies off too. They'll bait them, they'll feed them, and they'll go hunt over that, and they'll say, "You go over there. We're going to go over here." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll work over there." So I'll find me a good spot. Next thing they know, pow! They come around. Did you get one? I've been watching that one all year.
that's what the same
It's
same here. I
funny.
mean, I watch them all year. I watch from velvet on, from spring on, and I'm picky out which one I want to shoot. Like that spike with the spikes that are almost 13 inches high is the one I really wanted to take out. But then that other one come in that was had bad genetics in his rack, and I had to take him out.
Yeah, Roger's stomach was growling. He's like, I got to get something.
I still had the whole season to wait for another buck or whichever
Uh,
buck, but
got to thin them little bucks out.
it wasn't an old little buck. I mean, he's a good sized buck. It took Steven and my neighbor to drag him out of the mountain.
That's downhill. Took two people.
Well, yeah, it was down. It was downhill, and he kept going, swinging around into the tree, and then the other one, she ran right to the edge of the ridge, and she fell just off to the edge of the creek. But she only ran probably 20 yards, if that. Not even that, I bet. She didn't have no lower low by her heart. I was just looking at those pictures today too.
Speaking of pictures,
There we go. What kind of pictures you got
I
now?
wouldn't do it to you, man. I'm on my laptop anyway. I don't have it on here. I wouldn't do it to you, brother. Oh, it's funny.
All right, what's going on the screen? We feed and watch turkeys, uncle. Don't much hunt anymore, so I keep the meat in the freezer. I like the feel of a bow. Then shooting across that field, that's easy. I like the heart pounding out of your fucking chest as you draw back and exhale. Nothing like that feeling. Oh, definitely, I agree, Randy. Like I said, unfortunately, I just can't really. I just can't pull a compound back anymore. I'll never be able to after I have the shoulder surgery done. I'll be lucky if I can even cock my bow off to use a cranker. Which, it is what it is.
What's going on, Colton? What's up, brother?
Up cold.
Wondering if Philip Smith's coming on tonight. He was wanting to curious about a mash bill last night. I told him, come on now, I'd have it all those mash bills from all the different major distillers, what they use. Shows what percentages of corn, wheat, barley, oats, rye, whatever they use. Pretty good little guide to give you an idea of percentages. Cool. You got some yellow din or some heirloom stuff?
All right. Reading the weather, reading the news.
Yeah, it's supposed to be bad this weekend.
I even checked the weather is what I meant to check.
Oh, I thought that's what she was checking.
No, I meant to check, and then it brought up. That's not what I wanted.
Oh, hit the wrong button. He just exited out of the window. His browser. Oh, he didn't close the tab out. He closed it all out. Oh, boy, that's funny. Should we let him back in or not? I don't know.
Like, fuck you.
What'd you do? Hit that little red X?
I closed out the wrong tab.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you closed them
That's what I
all.
wanted. Nah, we're supposed to be. Tomorrow's supposed to be 63, then 77, 78, 72 with rain on Sunday.
Yeah, no, I told you I was bringing that nice weather back home with me. It depends, Colton. If you run a column or a deflegmator, they'll start out pretty high because you end up what you do is you keep refluxing, and that reflux you keep compressing your tails, so they keep building up, and then so you got to really keep a close eye on it.
You really can't say a proof per se.
Yeah. So, but generally speaking, a lot of people cut off around 80, 90, 80, 90-ish
Tails?
range. Yeah, for the tails.
I run mine down to 60, and that's it.
Well, I run it all the way down. I don't stop at that, but that's when my cut, my tail's cut, and then I just start putting all that in the bucket, and it gets added to the next run. Yeah, definitely want to run it way all the way down.
Shots.
Yeah. We have your own one. Yeah. Root beer. What's going on, Kimbo? No, I'm not close to northern. We're up in Kentucky. We're just a state away. We gotta go through Tennessee to get to you. But you up in North Georgia, steel company country.
That is like northern Kentucky.
I'm central. I grew up in east.
Come on, you damn cat. Where'd you go?
I'm in central Kentucky. I grew up in eastern Kentucky, where Roger's at now.
Yeah, I swear. Go for a walk. God damn, grab me a smoke. Cheap viewers on Streambo.
Yeah, wouldn't recommend clicking that.
I don't either, but why is he in the group? Or
we stream to Twitch and Twitter and all that good stuff.
Oh.
So
I tried setting up a Twitch account. I don't understand that son bitch. That's a stupid platform.
Yeah, it's a lot of gaming and stuff on there.
Not for me.
I enjoy watching it. It's fun.
What kind of shot are you running there, Kim? Olympia, Washington. Man. I gotta put a bar stool back here to sit on. Like it should. So you reading?
I'm looking for Twitch.
Oh, that's cool. Just a yellow den or a heirloom or
That's what I was wondering.
all right, Hydro Man, you take it easy, brother.
You out here, Randy?
Hope you feel get better.
Have a good one, brother. Hope you have a good day tomorrow at the doctor's. Let us know how everything goes, brother.
Oh, the pituitary, or can't even say that word, pituitary gland.
Pituitary.
Pituitary, yeah. What kind of mash did you start there, Sean? How long you been running liquor?
He's new to shine. He just started.
Well, I said, how long has he been? Hello, McFly. That's
It
what I
says
asked him.
new, so I guess
Okay,
he's new.
new is in a week, new is in a day, new is in a month. I mean, you're new until you're good. You're old.
His first
Crack
time.
corn and sugar.
Cool.
3 days now. Okay, yeah, you're definitely green. We got to color categorize these new guys. See
Touchy.
how much mash are you making?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal, but how long has it been ground there, Frank? The only reason I hate buying anything ground till it gets stale.
Yeah, that's what I found. My crack got stale if you keep it too long.
Okay, 8 gallons. We have to keep us posted. Let us know how it runs out. What kind of still are you running? Oh, if it's fresh, you're gonna run it right away. That ain't bad, but let it sit if you don't, vacuum seal it or some way. She gets stale. You can tell the differences.
Yeah, you know when she's done. So did you get a hydrometer? You get a starting gravity, or you just going by recipe, Sean? Or
I was getting all that slowly.
8 gallon?
Scott, yeah, we do distill water. Jesus turned
Yeah,
water into wine. We turned corn
yeah.
into shine.
We make high quality H2O, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that,
But
Scott.
man,
Sean.
that's what I started. I was a 13 gallon
Yeah,
Velver,
I've
whatever
got
you
a little
call it.
18.5 gallon Bever. I like using. I
I
use that on the
upgraded
stove inside.
after about 4 years. I upgraded to my 20 gallon copper, and I still got my 13 gallon. But I haven't run that in a long time. Cat, what are you doing on my lap again? Did I invite you up here?
The recipe. So what? How much corn and how much water and how much sugar did you use? Did you do the 1-1-1 or?
Eric, I haven't really malted. I've malted corn, but I'm not big into malting. I ain't got the time for it. It's patience. It's a lot cheaper though.
Yeah.
Star mash creation. I'm in the yellow den, but this summer I'm growing some different kind of corn too. Try fresh corn, and I'm gonna dry some for winter. Oh, okay. Oh, what? Make sure. Okay, how long is your mash? How long ago did you mash in and two 2 pounds cracked corn, 2 pounds sugar? That's pound to pound. That's not too bad. Well, one
So
pound
2 pounds
corn.
of corn, 2 pounds of sugar, and to 2 gallons of water.
Wait, 1 pound of corn, 2 pounds cracked corn, 2 pounds sugar.
Okay. To get per gallon.
That was how many gallons of water you say?
8. I think he said 8 somewhere.
When I run my corn, I try to do 2 pounds per gallon, and then if I not using any type of malt, I'll try to keep my sugar pound or less per gallon. Per
Well, that's
gallon, okay.
pretty. Two pounds of sugar per gallon is a pretty good. That's
Have a
a
little
good
bite
amount.
to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty high gravity. It might take a while to finish up. So just
Have
keep
you got a
tasting the
hydrometer?
mash.
Have you got a triple scale hydrometer?
I don't think he's got those yet. So if not, just kind of go by the taste. Just keep tasting it till it sours a little bit and it doesn't taste sweet anymore. And if it stops, and it still tastes sweet and it's not working for you, you may have a stuck fermentation. So, but jump on Militia or Copper Steel Outlaws or DIY Shining Stuff, one of our groups, and ask them, get in there and we've got some recipes and stuff we can give you and give you some guidance on, um, what, a pretty good place to start a lot of times is, a pound of cracked corn to a pound of sugar to a gallon of water, a pound of each.
Did
It
you
works if you convert your corn with amylase. But
I was gonna say that did you cook your corn down and then
I doubt
use an
he's
amylase?
converted. I'd say he's doing thin mash. Sounds like thin mash.
Don't go that much sugar to be a thin.
13.2 inside. Yeah, I've got that 18 and a half I'll put on my stove and it's done just fine. Oh, he cooked it for 45 minutes. Cool. Did you use amylase or anything with it, or?
Them damn dogs are barking at. Tucker!
Generally, you want to cook it for about 90 minutes,
100
and that
at 180 degrees
until it
ish.
gelatinizes. Yeah, you don't want to get it too hot where it boils at 165. Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah, that should be good
Stop.
for a first time.
Stop.
It'll work out for you well. If everything, go ahead and finishes off, it might be a little bit much sugar, but it'll be fine. It'll be a little hot, but don't get discouraged. But next time we'll get you
Walnut
cook your
syrup.
corn for about 90 minutes at about 185, 190, and get until it gelatinizes. And then we'll get you, you have to get you some high temp amylase to pour in there and stir. Be real careful about scorching your corn. It's real easy to scorch when you start cooking it that high. So you got to constantly stir it and keep it stirred and keep that corn off the bottom. Keep it going because it'll get thick as hell. But once you add
Give
that
me a
high
powder
temp
ammo.
amylase, or if you use the powder, it's a lot more sensitive. I wouldn't recommend getting the powder. I'd get that liquid high temp. But once you add that, it doesn't take a gap full. And once you pour it in there, you start seeing it thin out and hydrolyze. It gets watery, and once it gets to that, you can just kind of let it rest. And then
You
once
fit
it
it right
gets
in my
to
pocket.
about 150, 55, then you can start adding some, other grains in there. If you got some malted barley, Let's see if I've got a little. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh, that's good local. Kim, I've been reading into walnut syrup for a minute. Never heard of walnut syrup. The idea that might turn out great
Yeah,
from
it
what I'm
makes good
reading. It's
syrup.
going to be a walnut apple rye. Yeah, that sounds really good. A walnut apple rye. Definitely let me know how that turns out. What kind of walnut? Black walnut or damn cat? I
I
swear.
thought
I
I
can't even move.
transferred. I thought I transferred those pictures over here. I don't have them. Daggone. Let me see if I can find them. I know I got them somewhere. Hold on a minute. I'll get you something for your grains. I'll give you something, Sean, that'll help you know when to
I'd
add
let him.
what in your
I'd let him
grains.
work. I'd let him work with the corn first, and then confuse him later.
No, I'm talking about for when to add the other grains and stuff. He's already got this mashed. Just a minute. I'll pull them out here. I put them in the militia file
I
page.
used to Eric. I used to drink my shine 130, and that was it. Now, after 6-7 years now, I've cut down to 100. There's no reason for me to drink it that high anymore. Depending what the shine is. I mean, Santa made some 130 proof grappa that drank like it was 100 proof.
Oh
So,
no, I did.
huh?
I thought I messed up, man. This thing's got Windows 8 on it. It freaks me out.
Um. So I mean, I mean, that's my preference. Black walnut. I'm going to use different kind of apples. I'm going to be looking for a chocolate rye. That'd be pretty interesting, Kim. It really would. I didn't know you could get syrup out of a black walnut. I've
Yeah.
got, I
He
got
and I were
four in
talking
my,
about that the other day.
I got four over my front yard. And I'm
They
thinking
make
about cutting down
fine
because I'm
syrup.
so sick of the pollen.
That and maple, and there's another tree I couldn't think of. Yeah, we were talking
Maple,
about
oh
that
yeah,
the other day.
maple. I used to tap maple trees up in Michigan.
You tap a walnut tree just the same.
Well, I know, but I didn't know. I mean, there was no black. There wasn't a lot of black walnut up there.
Yeah. All right. Here you go.
Okay, my opinion, Sean, sweet feet is just not one. It's it's gonna be real dirt tasting to you, earthy tasting, to let you know ahead of time. I don't like
Yeah.
it myself, but that's my
I'm not a big
opinion.
fan of it either.
And my gallon, how much is the first one do you want to throw away? I would
No, cloud
do
kicker. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Roger.
I'd do just be safe, an ounce per gallon. So if you got 7 gallons, I'd throw out 7 ounces. Or 7 ounces is tight, Jeremy.
I got
Can't read
this
it tight,
cloud
Jeremy.
kicker. I brought this laptop on vacation so I could be able to podcast while I was away from home, and it had Windows 8 on it. So I'm gonna definitely be updating it soon. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Windows 10. It's gonna be strange, man. I don't know. Windows 10, if that goes, the only thing they'll have active is 11. So be one of the first times they've just had one that's actually active. But I don't like it. Microsoft greed forcing us to get these updates. But anyway, here's a good little chart, Sean. If you join the militia or copper steels or DIY shining stuff, give me a shout out and I'll share this with you. You may be able to enlarge it on your screen and get a screenshot of it. But over here it shows you all the different grains and stuff that you can use. And here it shows you the temps that you can add it. So some of these have large ranges of temperatures, but some of them have smaller range of temperatures. And So this gives you an idea of what temps that you can add them at, and it'll help you. Let's see if I can get this to open here. Well, maybe not. Oh well, let's see here. Let me see if it's wow. Nope. But it'll tell you. Yeah, here we go. A lot of these malted grains, if you add it at a higher temperature than like your upper points here,
What cat?
you denature the enzymes in them. So you definitely don't want to add it at the temperature above. See, this is your Fahrenheit range here, so it gives quite a few different things here. So it'll tell you basically what temperature that you can add them malted and not denature your enzymes. And this is your rest range. This is where you want to let it rest for your certification, so it can turn to sugars. But it's a pretty good little chart. But join the militia or Copper Shell Outlaws or DIY Shiny Stuff and give me a shout or look in the files. You should be able to find them there.
Or join all three.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone's got something different. Kim, I got about 6.
Well, not just that, Cloud. They're taking away stuff. I noticed, like on Windows 8, I've got Word still on here, and a good version of Paint and other stuff that, when you go to 10 and 11, they take those away from you. So that kind of sucks too. They want you to start buying that 365. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, if you join, be sure to answer the questions. That way we know it's not some kind of bot joining. Paint 3D, I've not seen it yet. Is that in 11? Any idea when 12's coming out? I wonder when.
I don't even know which one I got. I don't know if I got 11. I must have 11.
Yeah, yours is new. It should have 11.
Hopefully I can make it to a festival and bring some. Yeah, we'd definitely like to meet you. Yeah, we'll be definitely at Maggie Valley, Farm to Bottle, and Beattyville Bourbon and Moonshine.
Yep. I'm going to probably try to go to, definitely going to go to Beattyville, definitely going to Maggie Valley, and definitely going to Farm to Bottle. Going to try my best, and most likely going to make it to Ozark, the Ozark Moonshine Music Festival down there. I'd like to make it to Cyrus's, but I'm not sure if I'm going to make Cyrus's or not. I'd like to be able to go there too. And there's several that others that I'd really like to go to, but it's just, hell, I can't afford to go to all of them, and it gets expensive traveling, and these damn hotel rooms, they get expensive.
All right, Frank, you have a good one, buddy. Talk to you soon. Hey, let me know if you're definitely going to Maggie, so I need to know for sure.
Later, brother.
Yeah, what are you doing? I didn't even want you up here.
That sounds good. Yeah, I used to open office on one of my machines. Kind of messed up some of the stuff though. When I'd open it, it was I think I associated too much stuff with it. But yeah, this little laptop will handle Windows 10, hopefully 11. I don't see why not. It's got 8 gigs and it's got definitely a 64-bit CPU, little cheap i3, but Seems to do okay. It runs it's just fine. All I need it for is check emails and do this. As long as I can get on Facebook, check emails, and do that, it'd be fine. White
Yeah,
hickory,
50 pounds of hickory, 25
barley,
malted
malted
rye.
rye, dextrose.
I think it'd be a pretty good mash bill.
Yeah, that sounds real good, man.
How big is your still you're running?
So that's 90 pounds. So you got about 40 or 50 gallons in that of water.
About a 50-gallon mash.
Yeah.
You got to wait. There's a lot to do. To move it.
Yeah, I like using dextrose for a little bump.
Huh.
You never know what's there.
Never got enough time, is there? There, Kim. But hey, shout y'all. This gonna be my bedtime one.
Yeah. It's
And
9:30.
I just thought about. I'm taking antibiotics. This shit ain't good for it.
You
I wonder
still
why my
taking
elbow
those?
looks the way it does. Yeah, that's why my elbow looks the way it does, I bet. 15-gallon copper still with an agitator, 40 gallons in the water and mash. I'd like to have an agitator. I'd run right on the grain.
Yeah, it'd be perfect, Scott. Yeah, I've got a little false bottom in my little bever. I could run on the grain in the bag. If I wanted to sparge off all the fines, but nah. I may do that someday. I am sipping
I was
on
sipping on some sour
Mark's
mash.
root
What I had.
beer. This is my Uncle Moonshine's root beer. He shared with me the other day when I paid him a visit.
That was some of Brian from LPR's sour mash. Really freaking good. I think
Yeah,
he said
he
it was
does.
third
He makes
generation.
really good.
I think he said it was his third gen.
Yeah,
It's smooth.
About to finish up a quart that he sent me. It's really good stuff.
I've never run a gin. I don't like gin at all, so I'll never run it.
Yeah.
I'm just not a gin person.
I'm not a big gin person either. You know, I used to drink it a lot when I was younger. We used to drink a little
It'd be fun to
Tanqueray.
make.
Yeah, I used to drink a
Every
lot of
time,
Tanqueray.
anytime I hear that word, I just want to puke.
After getting drunk, man, and feeling that Tanqueray go through your nose as you're spitting it back up. Yeah, it was a long time before I had any more after that. But it's not so bad now. I tried Lisa Lowry's gin. It was really good.
I was gonna say, her gin, everybody says is good. I just can't even get past the smell. I mean, I did a little shot and I kept it down, but man, it was hard. Like,
oh, it ain't like that for me. Yeah, I'll drink it. It's but yeah.
Well, finish this cigarette.
That was his citrus gin, wasn't it, Scott? When he had a lot of orange peel and lemon stuff in. That sounded pretty good. I didn't get. I might have tried some of that.
I don't know if I could do it.
I've probably had 20 different Philbilly shines. So yeah, I'm
sure I've had it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I've had a handful. I've tried a handful of his mash bills.
Dude, I've got a whole shelf on the top of my refrigerator full of Philbilly shine. I've got a beverage refrigerator I just use I use the freezer for other stuff, but the refrigerator parts just to keep all our beverages cold. And
yeah, I don't want to hear about your fridge.
I got two shelves of moonshine in it. Roger's kicked the bucket, man.
It's starting to come back. I've had it plugged in for 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Has Terry used that keg still I give her yet?
I'm dropping it off the bruiser this coming, after the first. I'd have the money I'd have the money to give him to build it. I won't have that till the payday.
Negronis. You gonna educate me on what a Negroni is? Let's not keep it up with nothing racist or anything. Just keep it clean here.
I know. I
We,
wouldn't.
we
I
don't want
read that.
Facebook, man.
I read that. I had to take a second look at it.
Yeah. But I'm.
But I'm gonna finish this cigarette. I'm gonna take off and go to bed. I've been up since 2 a.m. I'm not turning that damn series on tonight. I swear I'm not.
Cool. Jailbreak, huh?
Yeah.
That's
It's been out
on.
forever.
What's
It's
that
been out
on?
forever.
Netflix or what?
Netflix.
Let's check it out after we get done with
Yeah,
all this.
it's been out forever. I just never even glanced at it. And then I turned it on one night and started watching. I said, damn, it's pretty interesting. You know, it's not. It doesn't keep you on the edge of your seat on the cliffhangers, but I mean, it's pretty damn good. Put this freaking kid in the bed.
Yeah, yeah. It keeps it about a couple inches, on that bever. It's probably a good 2.5. I never measured it, but it seems like it'd be pretty
I like
plenty tall.
vermouth either. Vermouth is so damn dry for me. There's no.
Yeah, I do a lot of wine and stuff, so stuff like that's definitely down my alley. But
I don't know what Campari is.
I know when I got into my parents' liquor when I was a kid, I didn't like vermouth very well. I was looking for some good stuff.
What turned me off on wines was my parents belonged to a wine club, and they'd buy $300, $400, $500 bottles of wine, put them in their little chiller thing, and I guess it was kind of like a big foyer in the house, and they'd piss me off and ground me in my room, so I'd sneak out there, grab me a bottle, and drink it down and throw it out the yard in the snow.
Yeah.
Then I end up throwing up out the window and forget to pick the wine bottles up in the spring of the year before the old man found them, and then my ass was beat. He beat the white off me one day. I drank like I can't remember how. I mean, it was expensive, really, really expensive bottle of wine. They ate so much wine they didn't pay attention.
I remember my cousin opened up a bottle of scotch my grandfather had that was over 100 years old.
Oh, damn.
It's called King's Ransom Scotch. And he got it when he bought this liquor store. He found it in this liquor store and looked it up. It was over 100 years old. And he collected that, and then he sold the liquor store, but he kept that and an old Budweiser Clydesdale sign. It was like 8 foot wide and had fluorescent lights lit up in it. And had the whole,
them.
The
whole Clydesdale.
Yeah, man. It was nice.
The cooler wagon or the ice wagon.
He kept that and a few other things out of there, and he sold that at auction. Got a pretty good penny out of that. But that bottle of scotch, he blamed that on me for a long time. It wasn't me. Yeah, they just knew it was me. And then my little cousin, she told me, I heard her little girlfriends had a little party, slumber party and stuff, and they got into it. I'm like, yeah.
I remember I was 17, and my stepdad and my uncle owned a nightclub. I told my buddies, I said, you know what? Everybody's having house parties. Watch this. Meet me at TJ's Lounge, at 3 a.m. I snuck spare set of keys to the bar, went in the back door, and boy, it turned out to be one of the biggest parties. The law showed up. My uncle showed up. My dad showed up. And oh, my God. There was so many of us that went to jail. My dad put me in jail even. You're going to jail. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But I was known for I threw the best party in the high school. No wonder I turned out the way I did.
That's your excuse.
That's the only one I'm going to use. We had a good time, though. I mean, we had the jukebox just cranked up. Is why the cops showed up. After hours, lights are all on, and a bunch of people moving around in the bar. And the bar's closed at 2 a.m. Oh, no, not with me around. Not with me around. We're going to go for after hours.
Yeah, they could have lost their license for that.
Oh, I know. But because it was us that, I'm the one that got the keys. He didn't press charges, but he left me in jail for 3 days. Scared the shit out of me. But all right, well, I'm out of here, y'all. I can't take my
All
tailbone
right,
no more.
brother. We'll talk at you tomorrow, man.
And I'm out of my pain bed, so yeah, it's bad. But all right, y'all. Hey, y'all have a good night. It was good chatting
Later,
with y'all.
brother.
Have a good, y'all.
I'll talk at you tomorrow when I get home.
All right, man.
Later.
Have a safe flight.
Yeah, it might be Friday. I'll get home late tomorrow. Y'all
Right.
call wake your ass up. That's what I'll do.
I might answer. I might not.
All right, man. We'll
All right.
see.
Have a good night. Later.
Later. Oh, hell. We need more options. StreamYard, I need a medium sized one along with that. Let's see. They make it. Nope. 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 Well, that's smaller. That's better. So everybody's week going. It's hump day. 2 more days. Let me see what they're saying about the weather because they've been throwing up emergencies. I'm right in the red zone tomorrow. Oh, hell's going to give me the damn weather here. Shit. Nice here. 60s at night, 80s during the day, low 80s, high 60s, low 80s. Beautiful. I have a feeling it's not going to be that way. Where the hell are my damn? Yeah. There we go. Oh, Lord, it is cold back home. 50s, 40s, 30s tonight. Brr. Maybe I should just stay here. Yeah, it's going to be storms this weekend. Tornadoes. It's got done testing Mr. Vodka Maker. Got 160 proof off the spout. And the machine made all the cuts. That's interesting. My vodka maker. That's something. That sounds like. Got you with. That sounds interesting, man. Is that kind of like one of these air steels with a little column on it, or tell me how this works, Scott? Ohio weather's awesome. I bet it is. It's cold up there, wasn't it? It'll be snowing where Lisa is for another month or two. Ohio, I know it's as cold up there as it is in Kentucky. See, I know you're in the 30s tonight. What's going on, Mr. Sam, man?
Busy tonight.
Have you? What you been hammering out over there?
Arm, am I still?
Huh? Awesome.
Hang on a second. Hang on. All right. I still had you open on Facebook. I was getting 3 different voices. Now I finished up the arm for my fill.
Cool.
And also earlier.
So is that a 4-2?
Built that for Phil Billy.
Cool. So that's for keg?
I think they're selling them as keg heads, but you guys are staying busy. They asked if I could build some horse heads for them, so I'm gonna knock out some of their horse heads. But yeah, this is a 4-2. Fits on my cap that I built.
Awesome.
I got the pot. I got the base of it built. I still need to make the cape. I was going to do the cape tonight, but Ian's like, I need this horse head by Friday. And I'm like, God damn, dude. I guess I'll do that and not work on my still.
So cold up there, is it?
It ain't hateful. It's not
40s. Eric said it was awesome.
It's been pretty warm.
Has it?
It's been windy though. And you know how it is around here. When it's fucking windy, it ain't warm.
50 and windy.
Yeah, which is cold.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly. Scott, I'm waiting on you to tell me about this My Vodka Maker. Damn it. Don't make me Google this shit.
What's up, Lisa?
For these that don't know, this is Mr. Sandman, maker of the Sandman barrels and parakeets and other fine quality copper crafts.
Lots of fun things these days. I do a lot more copper crafting than I do running my still these days, it seems. I still get a run off most Friday nights though, so that's all right.
The automated countertopped air cooled. Oh man.
Sounds like an air still.
That's what I thought. It sounded like an air steel with a column, but it looks like a couple of suitcases. Looks like two boxes sitting on each other, and it's got 3 little spouts that it drips out of. This one has 2. And
So,
I guess it separates the heads and the hearts for you.
I was actually just thinking the other day, I was eyeballing my air still. I only paid $20 or something. I was like, man, I'm gonna modify this thing. I'm gonna make it really functional, not an air still, you know.
Right.
I ain't decided how I'm gonna do it yet, but
Interesting.
first of all, I'm gonna separate the cooling fan from the element because I run it on basically an SCR, adjustable heat,
Right.
but it changes the fan speed, so it doesn't really help you all that much. So I'm going to take the fan and put that on its designated. That way it runs full speed all the time, and then I can adjust the heat. I think that'll go a long ways for it.
Beard and Board has it. I guess has a video on it. It looks like a coffee maker, actually a coffee fractional distill. So I'm wondering how it fractionally distills. I guess kind of the
Put a picture
football
up.
ever was supposedly a. Do what now?
Put a picture up here. Let's see what we're talking about first.
Let's see if I can get a pic. They'll let me take a pic. If not, I'll have to.
Hell, I don't even know how to begin putting it on here, but I know people do it. So I messed up. You know, I'm building my new still pot and all that.
Yeah.
I played around too much and I burned up too much copper and I had to buy another sheet of copper.
All right. So there's the ad off the page, and I guess
I'm gonna say it's small.
one catches heads and one catches hearts. Let me see if I can find a little better pic of it.
Yeah, I played around building all this little stuff here and there and got down to try to build my cape and I didn't have enough copper.
Yeah, it's got wireless. It's got a Wi-Fi built into it. AV range 60 to 93. So it'll do 20 liters per day. I guess it's set up to do like continuous. It'll just go all day.
It sounds like continuous still.
500 simoleons.
Shoo, hold on now. I can run a lot of liquor for $500.
Yeah.
and I don't have to run it all day.
All right, here's just another pic. It's another picture of it going.
Hmm.
Sitting on a stool.
I'm curious what the two jars are. I need to see somebody run some of this now.
But one of them, I'm assuming, is heads, and the other's
I mean,
hearts.
I would. Well, I guess if it's a
Somehow
continuous,
it's separating them.
I guess if it's a continuous still, you'd want to have jar under it all the time. But the right jar is heads. All right.
Interesting. They got a little YouTube video on it.
I mean, I guess if it's something you sit and forget, I mean, to me, it'd be one hell of a stripping still. Just keep loading it up and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Set an alarm for however long and load it back up every time. It'd be a good stripping still, but $500 price tag's hard to swallow now. You can build one hell of a keg still for that.
Oh, hell. Let's see. They're going to try to make me. I hate it when they won't let you save a picture, save as web page file.
Just take a snippet.
Well, what is that? Control Alt S or what?
Oh hell, I don't know. I just look it up in the search bar in the under the start menu.
Somebody tell me, Windows Shift S or what?
Just hit the start button and hit the search bar, and it's a snippet tool.
I'm on Windows 8.
Yeah, but there's search or your home button down the bottom left or your whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
I'm on Windows 8. Let me see if I can find what the quick tab is.
Yeah, find out. I know how to do a screenshot of a whole page, but actually I did a snippet the other day. I don't remember how to do it.
Yeah, click that bottom left, the Windows button, and hit the search bar and just type snippet. All I had to type was SNI. Snipping tool.
And what does it tell you? What are the key strikes for snipping?
It don't show me the keys. That's what I was looking for. Here, I'll find it.
I'm afraid to do it because if I wasn't running this stream, I'd do it.
Right. Windows logo key Shift plus S.
Yeah, let me get to that page. Nothing.
Oh, I don't know. That's what it says. Do you have a Windows logo key?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't even have that. Mine will be Control. Let's see what
Windows. Oh, hell. Now I'm doing
Control.
Windows Shift S.
Control Shift S. Oh, yeah, mine didn't do anything either. Control Shift S. Oh, well, it didn't bring up what I wanted, but it brought something up.
Well, let's see. I think let me do it this way. I can do a Windows screenshot, and then I can go to screenshots, pictures.
Seems like a lot of work.
It is, man. If I was on my home PC, I'd already had it. I know how to do it on that, but I'm not familiar with Windows 8. I hadn't used it in so long.
I think this is 8. I'm actually not really sure. I bought a refurbished desktop. That's what I run on, but
Well,
I also don't even use a keyboard. I mean, I just use this little handheld keyboard. I got to see old Steel Valley the other day. He stopped by Phil's.
Talked to Joe.
Yep.
Yeah, he was on podcast the other day. What was he up to?
Well, we got a little something from him. It's
That's
already
cool.
half gone.
Here we go.
He was in Cincinnati doing some kind of training or testing for work. So he was within 45 minutes or an hour or so.
Oh, oh shit.
Is anybody watching this thing right? Nobody in the comments? What's going on here?
I don't know. I might have messed. Oh no! I might have messed up. Shoot.
You're still alive. I mean, it's still out there.
Well, heck.
Fields and Creeks. He says, I'm here. So it's working. It's still broadcast.
All right. I'm going to just have to say maybe next time. But we saw what it looked like anyway. It's just another picture of it. It's a little zoomed out picture so you can see a little better.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty cool.
That $500 price tag still gets me.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely going to have to go down. What's going on, Billy Reed? Oh, yeah. Well, I got everybody here. Be sure to hit the like button. Share it with a friend. And if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. That sure helps us out a lot. And doesn't cost a penny, and it helps my buddy Fear Billy out a lot. So, and anytime he comes on or I come on, it'll pop up and you'll know that. Jump in there and spend a little time with us. Thumper for a keg steal. You can get a little pony keg. Or go to Fieldbillies, yeah. Or get Wes to make you one, or use your little pony keg. Lots of options.
I don't do still parts unless Phil asks me to do them. I'm too good of a friend. That's his gig, man. If you want that, you got to call that. Phil here just buzzed, Sam, man. Hey, me too, brother. I've been buzzed for a long while.
How's it going, Mr. Dance? Good to see you on here, brother.
I got to keep it at, well, I had to keep it at buzz because I was trying to work, but now I'm done working, so I'll hold her off here.
I saw some barrels we're going to have to go get, Wes. $80 each, 60 if you get 5 or more.
It's this. I bet it's some same ones I bought last time.
No, these are 53s, bro.
Oh, I don't want no 53s. I can buy 53s for $50.
Yeah, you never told me that.
Yeah, I can get 53s for $50.
But that's the ones with wine in it, right?
Nah, these are just used barrels.
Once or twice.
They're a true bourbon barrel, so it should just be a one-time use.
Once used, yeah. A lot of places now are using it one time for bourbon, second time for whiskey, and then giving it, and then selling it.
He's getting these from big name bourbon. I mean, they're stamped.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can get them for 50, maybe 60. But yeah, I can get those all day. Cool. Who in the hell can fill 53? That's a lot of damn liquor.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I could, but I drink too much of it. I never get that much build up.
You gotta save it, man. You gotta run it all summer long. Save that shit up.
I've been running it all winter long, and I ain't got that much saved up.
Gotta get you one of them big HDPE barrels and just start saving it.
Well, I'm up in my pot size. I'm going from I don't know, it holds about 17. My new one's it's 25.
I think I'm gonna make a fat 40.
Mine's a fat 25. I mean, it's big. It's 22-inch diameter, 19 inches tall.
Yeah, I'm gonna make me a little fat 40.
I don't want a 40. I think 25 is where it's at for me.
Well, I've got an 18.5 Fever. I got a 15 keg and I got a 7.5 keg, and I've got two 80s, but I don't have anything kind of in between all that. So I want to
See, if I do anything in that realm, I'm just going to do a 55-gallon stainless barrel.
I saw some of those today, $300.
That's a pretty good deal on if it's a real good condition.
It is, and it's got the band. It's the banded tops too. That
Oh,
you take.
I'd rather have a sealed barrel.
It's steel, but I mean, you can take the top off and get down and clean it, and then you can.
Yeah, I want a sealed top. I want a solid top. I'd put an 8-inch ferrule in it. Those leak, man. I've heard horror stories about those.
Well, I mean, you put you a little silicone gasket on that bad boy, and
I mean, you could, but I'd rather just get a sealed barrel and put an 8-inch ferrule on top of it, and I ain't got to worry about it.
You could TIG the top on if it really bothered you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With a sealed barrel, you just get somebody to TIG an 8-inch ferrule on it, and you're gonna get it.
I just like the thoughts of being able to open it up, be able to get down there and scrub it out if I had to, you know.
That's what I'm saying. 8-inch ferrule, you can get in there and scrub it out, do what you want to do.
Yeah, I think my big arm's getting in a 8-inch ferrule. I know they have 4s and 6. It has a little trouble.
You can get in a 6. I can get all the way. I can get shoulder deep in a 6, but I can't see nothing. I mean, it's everything it's got.
Yeah.
I'm doing a 6 in my pot. My
6 would be pretty tight, man. I got ham hock arms, man. I know I could
big old
get
meat
my whole arm
hands,
down in there. My biceps are like 16, almost 17.
I guarantee you can get your arm in a 6-inch ferrule. Bill can get his arm in a 6-inch ferrule.
Yeah, he's got them little what they call those? What do they call those? T-Rex arms.
T-Rex arms. They might be short, but they're stout, motherfucker. I mean,
yeah, they are. How's he doing, man?
Phil, he's doing. I was just over there earlier today. He's all right.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
Yeah.
They're catching up. They both had some shit going on. I mean, I'm not gonna speak to what it is, but they both had stuff going on, and
yeah, I know. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, they got pretty far behind. I mean, like I said,
I know he's about a couple weeks behind, but yeah.
But hey, man, when you order, this ain't factory made. When you order something handmade, you got to expect shit happens. You know.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of crazy that both of them had shit the same week. So, you know, it put them a week behind, but there wasn't just one of them out there working either. But yeah, they're busy as shit. I tell you, man, every time I'm over there, they're making lists of orders, and I'm like, God damn. Like,
yeah, man, it ain't like some of these people, man, months and months and, 8 months behind. And
well, that's because they're out there 8 hours every day hammering this shit out. This is what they do. A lot of these still builders, I mean, there are, guys, this is what they do for a living. But some of these still builders are just hobby builders like me. Dude, I told Phil, well, he wanted a bunch of these horse heads, and I'm like, I'll do like one a week, dude. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
My wife divorced me if I'm out here every goddamn night building these things.
Looks good though, man.
Appreciate it. The first one was it was ugly. It was a disaster. I mean, it was all right. I'd use it. It'll seal, but it was ugly.
Usually the first ones are.
That's what I was telling them guys. I'm like, man, I'm like, you don't have to buy this one. I'm like, I'll just keep it. And they're like, no, it looks pretty good. And it was all right. But I'm anal and I like things to be how I like them to be,
Yeah, they had 50 gallons for 300, 60 gallons for 400 on the steel barrels.
We got, man, they're hard to get, but there's somebody around here about 45 minutes from here or so. He puts them up for $80 every once in a while. But you got to be Johnny on the spot and go pick them up as soon as he posts them because he won't hold them. He's like, first person here.
I just say, here's my phone number. Don't even advertise. Just give me a call. I'll be there.
Oh, we try to do that. We told him we give him $100 a piece if he'd call us first. And he's like, nah, man, I've done that before and got screwed and blah, blah, blah. It's like,
Man,
so
shit.
we set notifications every time that guy posts something for sale.
Yeah.
We get a notification. And me and Ian are like, we want them. We'll be there, you know?
On the way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them things. You drop everything and you just go get it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got those 80s really cheap.
No,
And
and that's
it's,
wow. Them guys, you want to talk about? They get these. I think it's a 240 and a 5. They get 240 gallon and 500 gallon stainless containers for a good buy, which they're passing along a good buy.
right.
You
I
know,
saw those.
if anybody wants something that big, they're not trying to make a fortune off of them.
Somebody doing commercial and wanting to do some craft and wanting to kind of do a grassroots kind of thing and don't have, hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest. It's a damn good thing because, I mean, we've been to these festivals, man. I mean, a lot of these crafts distillers. I was talking to one in Beattyville last year and drinking all the different ones. Talked to this guy, and I was talking to him what kind of steel he's running 30-gallon steel, man. He's
Oh yeah,
commercial.
a lot of these guys. I mean, maybe up to 100, 110, but dude, 110 gallon copper rig is going to cost you 15 grand.
Yeah, this dude was running
mean-
stainless. He was running 30-gallon stainless. Like, man, that's I've got an 80 for you, bro.
See, and I wouldn't be running copper now if I didn't meet Phil and Ian and them guys, kind of showed me the ropes. And that's why I won't build stills. Look, can I? Yes. Will I do it for myself? Absolutely. But I ain't doing it for anybody else because that's what they do for a living.
Yeah, I can't catch your buddies out like that.
And they taught me all this shit. And if I didn't learn from them, dude, I can't afford a $1,500, $2,000 still.
Right. Or, you can't afford to go out and buy, a brake, a roller, a bead roller and all this equipment and, to work it on. It's just, not if you're just going to make one for yourself, it's kind of hard to do all that.
Well, and even so today we was talking about, so I got a compass that'll do pretty damn big. But for that horse head, because it's so long, your large radius is fucking huge. And my compass won't go that big. So I got to looking and I'm like, I'm just going to buy one. That way I got it. And it's $50 for that compass. And I'm like, I'm going to use it once or twice. Fuck that. I'm just going to go to Phil's. You know what I mean? Like,
just make one. Just get you, that corrugated steel with little holes cut in it.
I know what you're saying, but again,
I'll take.
Again, they're 15 minutes for me.
Right,
so
right. Yeah.
I just roll up there and use their stuff. I mean, and we trade, man. We wheel and deal all the time. That's what we do. Like, hell, I just got another roll of copper.
Yeah, I know, Drummond.
When it was all said and done, I only owed them $90 for a sheet of copper because we wheeled and dealed and traded, and you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, what was I'm trying to remember the name of the store, the wheat and something, or to get the copper. I think we got one in my town, but Drummond, son, the worst thing is when you talk to them, you get there and they've still got it, and they're like, they know you just drove 2 hours and they want to start negotiating on price. That's
so
pisses me off.
I've gotten to the point where I try to pay for it, or I try to give at least a deposit on the way.
And then you get
if you're going to do that, you got to use PayPal because you're protected.
Yeah. Had a few buddies I guess Gage got stung. The last one I heard
I
of.
heard about, yeah.
Yeah.
No, dude, if I buy anything and I pay for it sight unseen, it's gonna have to be PayPal, unless it's somebody I know, because PayPal's got a protection. You get it back.
Excuse me. Muted that just a tone. Oh, wait a minute. Damn allergies down here, man. There's something in the air down here killed me. I've been taking my allergy medicine since I've been here.
What are you in Florida for? I didn't even know you were going. I saw where you
Yeah,
were.
I had to come down and work on Ann's house. She rents it out, and this tenant had some things they needed worked on, so I came down, got it all taken care of.
Right.
It's a good deal, though. I have a house to move to if we decide to move down here, but
Well, yeah, no, you get a little vacation out of it, work a little bit.
yeah. Write it off on the taxes. Had to come down and work on the rental property.
Exactly.
Get a little write off. She got to visit with her daughter and grandkids. So that's good.
Right. Where are you staying at? You at like her family?
Daughter's house, yes. I'm in her daughter's office now.
All right.
It's a nice little HP printer out here, scanner printer. That's the bomb. That's a nice one.
You think about printing labels while you're there, aren't you?
Yeah, I know, but now that you mention it, I wish I'd brought my damn box of labels. I could have.
I'm telling you, man, ours just a little cheap ass printer. It won't line up. I can move stuff, I can move settings, it will not line up.
That's odd.
Print right on it.
Mine was doing fine. This is what pisses me off. Mine was doing fine, making these wine bottle labels beautiful, and all of a sudden, and then it was right like a week after I got this great deal on Amazon, and it was like a case of these labels, and each box in the case like 20,000 labels, and that's sheets, and there's like 4 on a sheet, so it's like 160. And so I got them for cheap as dirt, and right as soon as I got those, man, and I did like the second sheet, the printer goes out, man, and I know what it is, but I got to take the damn thing halfway apart to get to it, and it's just going to be time. It's going to be a whole day.
The cost of damn printers anymore, you probably buy one as much time as you're going to spend.
Oh no, this is a nice color laser printer. It's a big, huge, nice color laser.
Yeah, mine's I was going to say mine's a little $50, $60 printer.
Yeah, inkjet. Yeah, this is color laser. You really want to use color lasers for your labels, because that inkjet stuff, when it gets wet, they just blend, and unless you can coat it or something.
I was going to say they sell one that has like a cover, waterproof cover, and that's what I was going to do, but I could never get them printed.
I got one of those for my daughter. Got her one of those that can also do this. I don't know, I'm going to use the wrong word, sublime or something like that does like t-shirts.
Sublimation,
yeah.
Yeah.
Then you can do t-shirts and shit with it, or print to something that you transfer.
I got her
big nice Epson.
You just got to have a printer with tanks on it. You can't have the cartridges.
Yeah, it's the Eco Tank.
Yeah.
She got a nice Epson Eco Tank. It was her big present for her birthday, and I guarantee it's some bitch still in the box.
Fields and Creeks. I have never personally dealt with Stills Company, but I have not heard great things, honestly.
Yeah, there's just too many locals and too many on here that I talk to all the time, and Phil Billy, and there's a whole list of them that hang out with us, go to festivals. They're very dependable. I've heard Steven Stills. Back in the day, Steven Stills did excellent work. He built some really nice large steels. My understanding is he's retired. His son has taken over, and does some decent work, but has had some issues. So I don't get involved in none of that. I don't want none of the drama, but I've heard there were some issues, there, and and I
again, no personal experience, but I've heard customer service is absolutely terrible, and if you do have an issue, it's yours. They're not going to fix it. They're not going to do shit for you.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know. This is hearsay. There's too many people I can send you to that you pay another $100, $200.
I don't know that some of them are any more. I know that brews are probably cheaper. And a few,
Right.
David Wade Harl, he hammer them
I
out pretty.
mean, and these
And
are
James,
guys that if you get your still and it leaks, you send it back to them, they'll fix it and send it back to you at their cost. I mean,
Copper Steel Co, Tracy, all of them, man. Ace, there's just too many good ones out there.
I was gonna say if you want recommendations on a still builder, send a message and either one.
I try not to do it because I'm afraid I'm going to forget somebody. I know there's Appalachian Plateau. Those guys do good work. I know.
Join Moonshine Militia, and I think we have a list. I think there's a saved list of reputable still builders in the files, I believe, or there was.
North Georgia does good work. There's just a lot of people you can depend on. I've never personally dealt with the Steels and his son, but when I used to admin in some groups that were 200,000, plus, and a few of them that had quite the volume years ago, and there was quite a few people that, of course, when somebody gets their stuff and everything's good, they don't complain much. But when there's issues, they complain. And some people had some issues, and were complaining. I don't know if they're legit or if they just trying to, sully their name or whatever. But there's a lot of people, and I've looked at the Better Business Bureau to kind of try to follow up on it, and there were some mixed reviews. So
they can't see.
I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the risk, but I do know Steven Steels back in the day used to do some really nice work, but that's been many moons ago, and he's out of the business.
So hang on, Fields and Creek. When you say kit, is this a like solder your own kit? Like it comes flat shipped for that price? Because I will say you're not going to get a 20-gallon still for $900 full kit. I mean, there's not a builder out there that's going to produce that. I mean, a 20-gallon rig's going to cost you $300 in copper and another $150 to $200 in stainless. So,
well, I mean, if they're just selling just the steel and not the thumper and the worm and the flake and all that, if you're just getting the steel, yeah, 1,000 for a 20, probably not unheard of.
If you're just going pot to worm,
or you just want to get the steel and add your own jar rigs, or you got a thumper or an old Vever you're going to use for that. But that wouldn't be a bad deal for be realistic for a 20.
Yeah, Scott Adam at Copper Steel Co. Yeah, definitely a stand-up guy. Produces a fucking hell of a product. Probably the best, cleanest solder I've seen in a steel builder. The dude is a wizard with solder. It's wild.
I don't know, man. Wayne down there in Ozark is pretty good with the solder too. Yeah,
Wayne brazes. That's a whole different animal.
Yeah, he's does some clean work and really good work. It's just too many. That's why I try not to get caught up in this, because it's somebody like, you sat there and you named 10 different people. You didn't name me, man. I can't believe it.
Here's Wayne, and it's unreal, dude. This is just a shot glass, but it's virtually seamless. I am still blown away of how you make this happen. I've
got a funnel that in a whiskey thief, and the funnel, man, you can't even see the seam. Right. I mean, you have to really get down with a magnifying glass to find the seam, man. It's
like I said, he does. That's hard solder. That's he brazes.
Right.
I don't. Man, I brazed years ago. I knew how to braze. I'm sure I could do it, but I couldn't make it look good. I've gotten pretty decent at soft solder, or whatever you want to call it.
I'm gonna do some copper TIG here for long. I've got a nice little square wave pulse TIG.
I was just talking. I think it was Steel Valley. We was talking about tigging with copper rod. I thought that'd be cool as shit to have just all copper, no, no silver
Yep.
joints or anything.
Yep. It's a little different to work with, from what I understand. I've never done it, but helium, helium gets a little hotter, gets the temperature up there. Yeah, you definitely don't want to use
Love you.
the trimix.
Well, what brought it up was the fact that
Argon, I think is what I use. Argon.
well, it was kind of a stupid question that I asked him. I'm like, can you what the hell? Can you braise with a copper rod? And after he told me the answer, I'm like, well, that was a stupid question.
Yeah.
If you can melt a copper rod to fill it, then you're melting the metal that you're putting it on. So I'm like, well, that was a dumbass question.
Yeah, you just have to put a lot more heat on the rod than where it's going, because that rod is going to require more heat than that sheet.
But then
it's really thick.
But then to get it to stick on a really, really heavy copper, you could probably make it happen. But on a 20 ounce, dude, you would melt the fuck out of that sheet before you ever got it to stick.
Yeah.
But a TIG is a really concentrated pulse heat. You could TIG with a copper rod, but I've seen it done. I don't know how to TIG.
Helium adds the heat to it, and it gets it up there and shields it at a little higher heat.
Yeah,
but I've seen people just take. I haven't done it yet, but people just take wire, just the ground wire out of some Romex, pure copper, and just use that as a rod. Man, just go at it, pure copper wire.
Well, man, back in the day, we used to fucking weld exhaust on with a coat hanger.
Yeah.
If you had an oxyacetylene torch, you could weld a exhaust on a car with a coat hanger.
Yep,
it looked
like ground wire. That's right, Scott.
It looked like hell, but it would seal.
Yep. Yeah, you just have to put all your heat on the wire and hardly any on the sheet, unless it's like an 1/8 inch or something like that, really heavy.
Yeah. But then to get it to stick, you're not getting your substrate hot enough.
You're not going to get good penetration either that way.
I don't think that would be ideal. Now, TIGging with a copper filler rod on a TIG or copper wire could potentially work. I don't know. I've never TIG welded, but potentially I think that could be all right.
Did they make a copper MIG wire? I've never really thought about that before.
Now I can MIG weld, and I have yet to see that.
I've never seen a MIG wire.
I don't think it's out there. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Something real thin, be pretty easy to work with, maybe.
Yeah. See,
but copper, it doesn't puddle for very long. It's gonna.
So I actually MIG welded my ferrules on my keg. Not ideal in any way. They rust.
Splatter.
But oh hell yeah, splatter. It's ugly as fuck. It looks like chicken shit, but it's sealed. And it's what I had.
Did you use flux core or just solid?
You got to use flux core. It won't stick to stainless. But yeah, I MIG'd the ferrules on my keg. I mean, I had one of my dad's buddies helping me that does auto body. And he's like, I can TIG weld, but the problem, long story, I got a 6-inch ferrule in my keg, and this TIG welder would not fit the angle that we needed because the handles are on the outside, or that, know. But the MIG would. So we MIG'd it, dude, and it still has some leaks, but it leaks under pressure. But running it as a still, it doesn't build enough pressure, it won't leak.
You could probably silver solder over that weld and fill some holes.
Honestly, now that I know what I know about soldering, I didn't know I could solder stainless at that point.
Yeah.
Back when I did this, now I would just solder it, dude. They're not holding a lot of pressure, and they're not taking a beating. I would absolutely, anything I put on a keg for myself, I would just solder it. I would silver solder it with a oxyacetylene, but I would definitely solder it. I would not weld it because I have the capability to do that. I don't have to go ask somebody else to do it.
Yep, I got a little MIG welder, and I've got that AC/DC pulse square wave fancy TIG. It does stick too. I saw a pretty good little deal on a small plasma cutter the other day, and it went off sale. It was on Amazon. It was on sale for like $100. It's normally
Man, you gotta watch
$320.
those. Phil has one, and we played with it for a while, and it just won't cut a clean line. Like no matter what you do to tweak it, it's an ugly ass. You got to grind. You might as well just drill it.
Yeah,
Because
if those bits get expensive over time, you know they don't last long. If you do a lot of work, if you've got a guide, you know you can make a decent cut with them. But just trying to freehand it, man,
but
yeah,
they won't. It's not. The cheap ones will not make a clean cut. It's jagged and nasty.
Really?
And you got to grind the hell
how
out
thick
of
of
it.
material are you cutting?
Well, I'm a keg, for instance, stainless keg.
Huh.
They will not cut. It's jagged and nasty. I thought, I'm like, well, it's probably because it's dirty. Let's grind it down, clean it up. Nah, it's just, and we even had a guy that knew what he was doing. He's like, here, let's tweak the settings, blah, 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 and it just won't.
They play your air pressure and everything blowing.
I don't think it has enough. It just doesn't have enough heat to have a continuous, so it creates ridges. It looks like a damn saw blade when you get done.
Well, the one I was looking at, the dude was doing it on YouTube and showed the different samples, and then on the thicker stuff like 1/8 inch, half inch, it went up to a half, and from 1/8 inch to a half, you can see some major lines, where it was just wasn't really cut thin, but from I guess from a quarter, maybe a quarter to a half, but like from an 1/8 on down to the thin stuff, it looked fairly clean.
Right. So, Scott, agree 100%. Solder on a keg or on a still is the way to go. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when you learn it, get a steady hand. You can get a now if you're Adam, you can make a goddamn perfectly straight line with a ruler, but I can't do that. As far as CNC table, that's what North Georgia, I'm pretty sure they cut all their steel parts with a CNC.
Yeah.
Ideally, it's the way to go.
Yeah, roll that sheet out, little vacuum sucks that sheet, that move, cuts the whole damn thing.
This is what Old West uses, and I did spring, and I spent $30 on a pair of Midwest. I mean, I bought a good pair of snips, but no. So I will say, this right here, one of the best investments I made for soldering sheet. Super.
How long's your hose there?
I don't know. 3 foot.
5 feet.
3 foot, maybe. But it's got a super fine point.
Yeah.
So it takes longer to heat up.
Is that benzomatic or what?
What is it?
Benzomatic or what?
I bought a cheap one, man, and it was fucking cheap. It only worked for a couple of days, and it started sputtering. So I bought one of these. It was $55 for that torch.
What kind is it?
What?
What kind is it?
This one's benzomatic.
Okay, yeah.
They're Fire Point or something like that. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, that's good.
But I mean, I will say it cleaned up my solder joints drastically. Like, I'm not the best in the business now. Don't fucking rate me. But that ain't terrible now. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That ain't bad. Pretty clean solder.
And that's a butt weld, right?
That's a butt weld. And it's even better on my stainless. I can get a way cleaner, beautiful stainless with that torch. because it's got that fine point. You don't have to.
Right.
You're not worried about a big wide flame. You can put it where you want it.
You ever use map? Can you use map gas with it?
If you want to pay for it. The problem is, dude, if you build enough stuff, Maps gas is like $15 for
it's
for a bottle. I can buy a bottle of propane for like $4.
yeah.
And the difference is just not enough to me to make it. I don't care.
I was just curious if it made it easier for the stainless.
Would it? Absolutely. I wouldn't say easier, faster.
Faster, yeah.
But for me, I'm not a production line. You know, I'm not really worried about time per se. I mean, I built the whole horse head and I finished that, which everything was formed on both of them, but I soldered everything tonight. And the horse head I did all the work. About 3.5 hours I built both of those. So it ain't a crazy time saver. You might save 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Which production, if you're if you're building stills for that might make a difference. But to me, fuck that. I ain't that worried about it.
Big Easy and get you some map gas so you can make more horse heads a week.
Shit, they're the ones that got me off Maps Gas, dude. I ran Maps Gas for years and years because I did plumbing.
Right.
And I was over there using Maps Gas, and they're like, "Why are you doing that?" And I'm like, "Because it's fast. It heats fast." They're like, "Here, use this same." It was the same torch head I was using. They're like, "Here, use this." And I didn't see a noticeable difference, so I was like, "You know what? You're right. I'm done with that. I'm to hell with Maps Gas."
What's going on, Jeff?
Nah, I'm telling you, dude, living close to filling the inn was.
So you refilling your bottles?
No, man. The problem with that is to really refill a propane bottle, you need a 100-pound tank because even a full 20-pound cylinder will not fill it to enough pressure. It won't run very long. It's sporadic. It doesn't like that. Now, on like a grill or something, that's fine. But when you're trying to run a constant heat source, it doesn't fill to enough pressure to really do what you want it to do.
So what are you sipping on, Wes?
I'm drinking some Steel Valley bourbon.
Oh, yeah. Is that his new label and bottle?
This is Jimmy Red, Ohio Blue, caramel malt and honey malt, I believe. 2-year aged in a barrel.
Yeah, I saw that the other day.
Hey, killer. Good stuff.
Yeah. I imagine it is.
I'm kind of sad that it's already down to that point.
Yeah, you just put it away, drink some other stuff.
I just got it on Monday. No.
That's what I do. I'll take a couple shots of the good stuff, and then I'll just drink whatever I got after that because I don't appreciate it as much after that.
That's the thing. I ain't drunk yet, so it's still tasting damn good.
Oh.
If I get drunk, I'll quit drinking it. I'm also drinking some damn sweet tea that I made alone.
Yeah, I got me a little mango tea here I've been sipping on.
I made this. I meant to only make like a gallon of sweet tea. I don't know what I did. I went way overboard and made so much more. So every once in a while, I break out a jar of this sweet tea just to get rid of it, basically.
Yeah, distill it. Ferment that shit.
Nah, I drink it. It's pretty good. It's 50 proof. I mean, you know.
I just missed Mark making some coffee. I got some root beer. He's got to work tomorrow early. He's probably yeah.
I think I'm gonna run. I don't know if you've been following. If you got TikTok, so I freeze distilled that all apple brandy.
Yeah.
No sugar. It's crab apple brandy. It's all apple. I freeze distilled it. I actually I haven't even checked the gravity on it, but I'm gonna run that on Friday, I think, in my little test still. Because I had about 7 or 8 gallons, and I got it down to
So you made some
just over.
Applejack.
What is it?
It's called Applejack.
Yeah, so I made Applejack, and I'm gonna run that through the little 3-gallon test still.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get enough to put in a. I've got a couple of 15. Actually, I got one 15. I got one at Fibbley's I gotta go pick up. Actually, I'm gonna come up here in the next couple of weeks, week or two.
Let me
Visit.
know. Let me know when you're coming.
Oh, I will. Yeah, I'm gonna come out up and hang out and help them out today. Just kind of hang out and see what's going on, shoot the shit,
I'll
help them
come
do a
see
few
you.
things, and
That
pick
was
up.
that's the cool thing about my job is if I know somebody's coming, I just get a real early start and knock out what I need to do for the day, and then I can go do what I want to do.
Yeah, my boss lets me off anytime I want off. Man, it's awesome.
Now I'm still working, but being the boss, I answer the phone, and that's all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like today, I got the fills at like 1. I don't clock out till 4, but I got 15 phone calls while I was
I
there.
work when I want to. Yeah, I thought it was funny the other day. This email, this one lender sending shit in bold letters now. We've sent this to you for 6 days. Yeah, if I don't reply, motherfucker, I'm not interested. Move along.
Right.
It's some unique property out in Bumfuck, and they want me to go do it for nothing. And I'm like, nah, those days are over. Not that hungry, bro.
Scott, if you're planning on putting something in a barrel, hit me up, brother.
There you go.
I build barrels too.
Get the Sandman barrel.
These are they kind of emulate a full size barrel.
Yeah, you got them in all sizes too, don't you? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I got 1 through 5s.
Yep.
I've got a whole shitload of them full of liquor sitting beside me over here.
Yeah, he's barreling more than he's making.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I literally have as many filled over here as we've sold. We haven't been pushed them too hard because there's a lot of other shit going on.
Yep.
Freeze drying corn ain't gonna do you any good. It's gonna have the same flavor.
I mean,
and freeze dried candy does not change how much it intensifies the flavor at all. It probably break down easier, but the same candy is going to do the same thing.
well, it's taking out moisture. So if you remove the moisture, you don't things don't taste as watered down.
I was going to say it's the same flavor. It's just less diluted.
Right. Yeah.
So I like to dehydrate stuff. I fill my column full of dehydrated fruit sometimes in a brandy run.
Yeah.
And that'll make a big difference.
Just wondering if you filled one of those infuser jars with a little freeze-dried corn, what would happen? Other than the jar breaking from going from cold to hot.
I think you're going to be better off just filling up cream corn.
Yeah.
Now, I will say cream corn will bring a boatload of flavor into a liquor.
They're good for jar rigs and thumpers.
I was going to say, I'm not a jar rig fan, man.
I like it. It's fun to watch, but I'd rather have 2 copper vessels doing the same thing, that are infusible, that have a drain, so you don't have to take them off. And it's cool to have my bypass on there and able to remove them. That's made it, it's wonderful for jars. But
that's me. I'm gonna run a bypass. You'll see with my new still setup. It's gonna have all the bells and whistles bypass. I mean, I already run on my thumper, and my thumper has a drain that is just above the downcomer.
Right.
So it's basically like putting new stuff in your jar.
Yeah.
Wes, you
Yeah.
char the wood on your barrels. Drum and Son, I buy my barrel heads from Kentucky Barrel Works, which is who makes most of your big name barrels. And I buy them pre-char. It's the same barrel head they would use in the barrel that they sell to a major distillery.
Probably a number 3 char, I'm guessing.
So I don't change anything. I take this barrel head and I cut my rounds out of it and I press it into a stainless pot. It is literally the same thing that the major distilleries use. I don't do specialty. I don't do toasted. I don't do char levels. This is what you get.
Yeah,
It's
I think they're number 3. I think that's standard though. That's what most people do.
I should
2 or
have.
3.
I mean, I'll show you guys one. Not that it'll tell you a lot, but I mean, this is just a leftover piece of one from where I was cutting stuff out of it, but that's what it looks like. I mean, you can see it right there. I cut a barrel head out of it, but that's what it looks like.
Close to the camera so we can get a. I want to see. Is it? Yeah, it's got a little bit of gator back looking. Yeah, that's a 2 or a 3 char for sure. I can't tell how gator back it looks broken and the char level. It looks like a 2 or a 3 though.
Well, say it ain't no 5. I can tell you that. I'm gonna tell you yes, 2 to 3.
Yeah.
And being that it's mass produced, I will say that some of them are far more charged than others. And again, these are not. I don't know how to put it.
So if somebody wanted it a little heavier charred, I guess you could take that torch and if they said I'd like a 5, I'm sure you could custom do it for a little extra.
If somebody wants a custom product, get a hold of Bad Mill Barrels. That's what he does. I don't.
So this black pearl, is this the stuff y'all getting up there too?
Yes, sir.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we get Black Pearl. That's what I get. I buy it straight from the distributor, though.
Yep.
International Molasses. I got one 10 minutes from my house. I buy it straight from them. If anybody's interested in that, Phil Billy sells it by the gallon.
Yep.
I don't know if he's going to put it on the website or not, but I got a 5-gallon bucket of honey. I'd pick it up and show you guys, but it's heavy as fuck. 60 pounds. I got plans for that going in a barrel here. I don't know when it warms up.
Gonna do some mead.
I'm gonna do honey whiskey. The plan is to put enough in a barrel. I'm not gonna fill the barrel because there's no point. I'm gonna flip it upside down. I want about a gallon, I think. And I'm gonna let that soak into the wood for a month or so. And I'm gonna use the rest. I'm gonna use the rest of the bucket to make a honey whiskey. Then I'm gonna use whatever's out of the barrel as an infusion.
That's good. So Bam Bam just want to know your price from the 1 to 5s.
Phil Billy sells them on the website. It starts at $125 on a 1 gallon, and it goes up in $25 increments up to a 5-gallon.
So 150 for 2, 175 for 3, 200 for 4, 2 1/4 for 5.
Yes, sir.
Very reasonable.
And I started doing stands. We ain't put them on the website yet, but if you're interested in a stand, ask Phil Billy. We'll hook you up with one.
And Johnny's great. Takes care of our AC heating units and has always been there for us. Is that somebody up there in Ohio West they're talking about? Or
I don't know who Johnny is.
Okay, I'm trying to scroll back here and see what that's in relation to. Maybe he typed that in the wrong chat, or maybe it's somebody that's up there in Ohio that has some of those.
I mean, I might know who it is, hell, but I'm not sure. No, the barrels though, one thing I have to point out is these are not quick aging barrels. These are not barrels you put stuff in and grab it out in 6 months. They age similar to a 53. So
Yeah, it's going to take a couple of years.
I mean, when I fill one, I don't even suspect I'm going to start tasting it or looking at it for at least a year and a half. I'm not
Or
even.
if you want to speed it up, you could put some spirals in there, to speed up the process.
Absolutely. You definitely could. Kind of, I don't know, in my opinion, defeats the purpose of
Right.
emulating a 53, but if that's what you're looking for, absolutely. And Phil also sells staves, and if you ask him, he'll cut them down to where they'll fit in one of the barrels, and you could definitely speed it up.
Yep.
That's one thing about Phil Billy. If you don't see what you want on his website, his phone number's on there. Call him.
Yep.
Because they will build you. If they can't build it, they will figure out how to make it happen, and they'll get it to you.
If they don't have it, they can find it.
They'll make it happen. If there's anything in the moonshine world that you want, Phil Billy will make it happen.
You know if he's getting a Ohio Blue yet?
Yeah, yes. I saw him. I saw Ian package up 20 pounds of whole kernel Ohio Blue today. Matter of fact.
Yeah.
I don't know how much now, but I did see him package up 20 pounds today.
Yeah, I have to get a little bit of that when I'm up there.
There's fucking barrels full of corn over there, dude. I don't even know what the hell they have. I mean, there's just barrels and barrels sitting in the barn that's full, sealed.
Yeah. Totes of corn.
Right? At least they keep it in the.
Yeah, we were talking about him on Farm to Bottle. Hopefully he'll be able to bring some grains because they're trying to emphasize farmers and grain sales and, get some more of that in there. And I'm like, Phil will definitely be doing that. And,
For sure. Well, Silcott has brought grains in past years, but I don't know where that's at. So,
yeah.
Why not? Well, I can get him some farmers there. I've told him like that's my stomping grounds, man. I grew up in Clarksville, 5 minutes from there.
Yeah.
I can get farmers there. Hell, they'll bring a semi load of yellow dent there. That's what they want to see, What weekend they doing it now? I didn't catch your show the other day.
We're waiting to see. It's still there. He was going to say, but they have to sign the contract first.
I'm just glad it's not that weekend because that's my daughter's birthday and it sucks with that weekend. I'd rather.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be that weekend. So
I guarantee you it's not. There's a reunion that's in the expo building where they do all that.
Yeah. So
is the lid just pressed in?
If it's going to be maybe the first or second weekend of September, is kind of teetering. But don't know for sure and don't want to tell anybody one date and it end up being something else. And
people
already made reservations, ask off work and everything else, and then have to deal with all that. Don't want anybody mad.
For sure.
So we're not definitely
I'm back to Fields and Creek. I'm growing a full of Ohio Blue this year. Hell yeah, man. Ohio Blue is good corn.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's good, sweet, good stuff, man.
Is the lid just pressed in, or do you roll the edges of the barrel? So it's just pressed in. It is pressed in with a sealant. It's beeswax. I seal it with beeswax around the edge before I press it, and it's tacked in with stainless nails, so it can't move out. They absolutely will I can't say will, they can spring a leak. I tell everybody to keep a little bit of barrel wax on hand.
Yep.
It's like any other barrel. I mean, they're not 100% sealed. It can happen, especially when the weather.
You have to put a little water in there to kind of.
I put hot water in mine for 24 hours.
Yep.
They usually stop dripping within about an hour if I have water in them, because when I get these barrel heads, they're dry cracks. I pull every stave apart and I seal it with beeswax, and then I press them back together, all the staves, and then I cut it. And when I press it, it compresses all those together. And then again, it's 100% dry when I get it. So as it swells and seals, it creates a really tight bond. I mean, I have not had a big issue with leaks.
Get some Jimmy Red. Yeah, we get some Jimmy Red and Ohio Blue and some of that Hickory White. Make a little red, white, and blue. That seems to be a pretty good mix. I've also had some Amanda Palmer I'm going to work with.
Jimmy Red made the best bourbon I've ever produced. It was killer.
Yeah, it's not like Bloody Butcher. It's different.
Yeah,
Not
Bloody
as
Butcher.
oily or itchy.
Bloody Butcher's so oily. Jimmy Red's a good amount of oily, especially if you're going to age it. In my opinion, I think it plays well with oak. The oil kind of
esterifies.
Really
good flavors. Sure does. A lot of people don't realize it, but when that liquor goes into the barrel, it's just the beginning. It's just not in that barrel to soak up and get tannins and char from the barrel.
That's with everybody. That's why I say the 53. This emulates 53. There is a difference between aging and oaking.
Right, exactly.
This whole quick aging thing is not a thing. You're oaking liquor.
You're adding tannins. You're just adding tannins.
Yes, there's a major difference. Like I will say, when I plan on barreling something, my cuts are ugly. I am not that worried about my cuts because your barrel will take care of a lot of that.
And you're having chemical reactions taking place over long periods of time. You've got all those oils in there that are esterifying and changing. So it's not going to come out just like it goes in. And it's not about the barrel. It's not about any. I mean, you can age in a glass jar and get these esterification, these oils converting to phenols and flavonoids and all this stuff. That happens just over time.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with oak. That is time.
Yep.
And being able to breathe. You can put something in a jar with a teeny tiny little oak cube that you can leave for a year or two. You're not going to get the same product. It can't breathe.
At all. It's not at all.
That being able to breathe is the key, in my opinion. Are you going to lose some? Absolutely. You're going to lose some to leaking.
Shadow.
You're going to lose some to leaking. You're going to lose a lot to the angel share. I mean,
yep, Devil's Cut, angel share.
That's part of aging. I mean,
I found out something the other day that was pretty interesting. Jeff shared with me is, when it gets a lot hotter, you're losing more of your liquor, but when it's like cooler and lower in the rick house, you lose more water. So proof can actually go up over time.
Absolutely. I've pulled out of barrels minute higher proof, especially if I age inside where it's really controlled.
Yeah. So the cooler it is, the more water that can come off and less liquor. I thought that was very interesting. I never really thought about that, but yeah.
Well, I've seen it in action, especially now that I'm doing these barrels and I'm keeping an eye on some. Like I have one that I take tests out of because I want to see what these barrels can do. I mean, it's fairly new. I can't show somebody a 2-year sample out of these. I've only been doing it for like 6 months.
Not Lisa.
But I will say when the weather changes is the only time I see teeny tiny little drips coming out of these barrels.
Yeah,
When it goes from cold to hot, they drip just, and I'm talking half a shot. They'll drip and then they seal up again. But that is, from what I understand, research, whatever, it's the pressure, the
barometric pressure.
barometric pressure, and all. There's a lot that goes into it that makes these things. Wood does some crazy shit, and so does liquid under different temperatures, pressures, humidity. There's so many things that go into how a liquor ages. So I could take the same barrel and I can put it on my shelf and age it, or I can give one to, let's say, Mark Morgan in Florida, and he can put it on his shelf. We're going to have two completely different liquors when it's all said and done.
Mark's calling shots. Better hit that before you go, Lisa.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Good root beer.
But yeah, I used to keep, because I had a couple of little 1 gallon barrels that I aged in for a while. They were inside. And now that I have done a lot more research and understand the properties and how things age, aging inside is not ideal in any means. That's not what you want. It just doesn't get the same end.
Yeah, you want the swings. You want those temperature swings.
You definitely want a large swing. I mean,
that's why Kentucky does so well in this central U.S. does so well in this area because, right now, 30-degree nights, 60-degree days. It's crazy.
Bourbon's produced in Kentucky, and they sure as hell are not aging in a temperature-controlled environment.
Nope.
They're just in a damn old-ass barn, whatever. You think their barrels ain't leaking? You're fucking crazy. They're bringing barrels out that are empty. I mean, they don't even know when their shit's leaking. So, from my understanding, leaks are normal. And if I'm only losing half a shot, maybe a shot at the worst, in a huge temperature swing, I'm happy with that.
It's definitely sacrifice that.
If I lose a shot 5 times a year, let's call it 10, over a 2-year span in a 2 gallon barrel.
That's nothing.
Okay. I'm not, I probably spill more than that when I'm filling it.
Yeah, a cup full, yes. Not a biggie.
So I don't know. There's so many people out there that complain when they, I filled this barrel and when I got it out, I only got 3/4 of the amount that I put in it.
Yeah, I lost 20%.
But the result is 3 times better than what you put in.
Yeah.
It's just the cost of doing business, I guess you could say.
Yeah, they lose about 75% in 15 years.
15 years, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking. So, well, I have different outlooks on different things. I got brandies that I think 2 years I'm going to pull. I got bourbons up there. I got a 3 gallon barrel with bourbon that I would love to do for 4 years. I'm going to taste it at 2. I'm going to taste it at 3. We'll see where we're at. But I would love to do 4 years on that bourbon. Because that's a bourbon, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd love to do a 53, but it's just if I decide to move, man, it's gonna be tough to empty all that, and I'll have to have a lot of jars. I probably have enough wine bottles to put 53 gallons in, though. Sure.
Kegs. If I was going to move it, I'd move it in kegs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not doing a 53, man. I like variety. Well, it's different for everybody. I'm building the damn barrels. They sure as hell don't cost me what we're selling them for. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I can fill. I don't care. When I get a good run, I'm like, all right, I'm filling a barrel. You know, this 3-gallon barrel sitting next to me, it doesn't have a home yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but it's mine. I built it for myself. And when I'm ready, I'll fill it.
We're glad you enjoyed them, Colton. And that's why we're here, brother. We here to chat and pass on the knowledge and hope it gets carried on and share what we know. You know, we don't keep a lot of secrets. Might keep a recipe as a secret, but that's about it.
Shit, I don't even keep recipes secrets. Follow me on TikTok. They're all out there.
Yeah. I need to get on TikTok. I've put it off. I thought they were going to shut it down for a while, so I was kind of apprehensive but I may get on there and do some videos from time to time, especially when I start doing some of these educational videos I keep talking about doing, but never finding the time to do. But I'm figuring things out on this StreamYard. I can show my desktop, and that's what I want to be able to do. You know, I want to be able to, you know, bring in some images and, you know, like this, and be able to say, okay, you know, when I'm, you know, it's because in the past I thought I was going to have to do the little draw it and you know, and George, you know, he has the chart on the wall, you know, and I don't want it. I want it. This is what I want. So I'm able to do this now and show my desktop. So yeah, I'm going to be able to.
Santa, I'm not sure that TikTok is the platform for that. I think YouTube, because dude, TikTok,
It's going to be shorts. It's just going to be driving people to YouTube channels. Yeah.
I have videos that are 3 minutes long that I get 2,000-3,000 views. I have 30-second videos that I have one that's got 90,000 views. I mean, little stupid shit's the ones that gets views.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just going to use it as a method to drive people to a YouTube channel that I put them on. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your TikTok? At Sandland Spirits, I think. At Sandland Spirits. Let me look. I think that's it.
Yeah, type it there in chat.
God dang. That's at Sandland Spirits. Here, I'll put it in chat. Maybe. Hey, maybe I am getting drunk.
Yeah, bam. You know, I'm just going to, you know, get on there basically and just kind of plug my YouTube and, you know, maybe, you know, I'll have to read the TOS and make sure I don't get banned the first week. But yeah, I've got some pretty big titties now. I need to put my man's ear on. Yeah, I know how you mean, man. I watch some of these streamers, you know, game streamers. Not like legitimate players, you know, there's not many of those, but it seems like, you know, everybody likes watching the gals with the cleavage play, and they can be the worst player ever instead of somebody that's pretty decent. Yeah.
That's a really good description of TikTok, because you can make a great video, but if you don't show your tits, you ain't getting nothing.
All right, so that's good. I'll wear my crop top. How about that?
I mean,
wear my tank top.
It's gonna go one of two directions. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I might go viral if I show my titties.
Hell, I'll show one right now. Y'all want to see?
Yeah, we're on Facebook, man. They probably don't allow that here.
I'm just kidding. It's fucking cold out here.
Unless you identify. Yeah. There you go. Inland Spirits. Bam, I saw that. I would enjoy seeing. I thought he's going to something.
Man, I try to do at least one video a week. They kind of bounce around sometimes because I'm busy as fuck, man. I do a lot of different crazy stuff. I don't even post most of the stuff I do.
Regular work, and come home and work some more. So if it's not fun anymore, it's work.
Well, it's still fun, but making videos is a pain in the ass, dude. I mean, when I'm working, I like just work. So sometimes it's like, damn, I don't feel like setting up a goddamn camera and doing all this, and then taking an hour to edit and do,
So that's one thing I'm not going to do, any kind of editing and all that kind of crap for my classwork. I'm going to try to make it structured.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not going to do video.
You 100% do not want to do
bunch of editing and all that.
And
and clips, and you see a lot of people do clips, and it's like, their knowledge isn't flowing from their mind. When they do clips, it's because they can only remember a sentence at a time. Right. They're reading it from something,
Bam Bam, I think so. I'm Wesley Sandlin.
Yeah, he's in admin in the militia, brother.
That's it. I got 2 young kids. I got so many irons in the fire. I don't even know how to keep them all going.
Yeah. Yes, it gets busy. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to call her a night. Hate to. We got everybody on here having a good time, but I do need to get in there. I hear them laughing and cutting up in there, and I do need to. We're leaving out tomorrow, so I need to spend a little time. I've been kind of holed up in here most of the time, and I haven't had dinner, so that's another reason I need to go in there and see what's up. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Tune in Friday. We'll be back for the shit show. So that's always fun. You never know what's going to happen on there. And then we'll be back Saturday. Hopefully by then, Dan will know a date for the Farm to Bottle, and we can grab him on here if he's not working. If he is working, we're going to post some information either way. So if he's working, he's going to let me know as soon as he knows, and they're going to update their website, and I'll start sending out information to everybody, and so everybody can, be there, because it really is one of the best festivals there is, and I enjoy it a lot. And it's up there in Ohio with a lot of my brothers from my Buckeye brothers.
The good one.
Going up there. Yeah, it's a great, perfect venue. It's back to where it was. I know Wes is happy. It's not going to be on his daughter's birthday weekend, so he's happy about that. So yeah, it's going to
be there the whole time.
Yep, be there the whole time.
I mean, you don't.
I was getting ready to say, wait a minute, man. I won't get to use the camper.
That's what I was about to say. You done lost your housing.
Oh hell, man. That's all right.
Hey, Scott. What the hell? I can't remember his last name. Anyway, Scott, Johnson? Make sure you got me on Facebook. Scott Johnson. Wesley Sandlin on Facebook.
Yeah, join the militia if you hadn't already, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, hell, if you're that local, dude, hit me up. Add me on Facebook.
Yeah. I know he knows Philby. He goes over. He knows Philby well. He knows. He
still will probably cross paths there.
Yep.
I live right around the Dayton Mall, so I'm 15 minutes from Phil. So
all right, brother.
All right,
everybody, take it easy. Good seeing everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button and share if you haven't already. Bring friends. Tell your friends about us. We're trying to make this grow the militia and educate more of your friends and in the hobby. So it's good seeing everybody, and we will see y'all Friday night on the shit show.
Y'all have a good night.
Shine on.
See you, Santa.
Later, brother.